What you can Google nowadays.
That's right. Well, the band's coming out from Lamar County. They're all in their camo blue, and this is nice over here. This is kind of makes me want a stadium there behind Troup High School.
Well, the bands will be head-to-head tonight because they're both two-tuba bands according to the Greg Hicks scale of bands. So we'll see them match up. Of course, we are looking for the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band as they extend their show into the season. They'll be pulling up, and actually they're already loading up in the bleachers over there, so they're going to have a good time. Again, Coach Glisson was excited all week, and we want folks to travel well. As I look across, I see at least 100 people already in the stands, and hopefully they'll be coming on in and joining us and being a part of this ball game. Let's go back to last week. Greg, we were in the friendly confines of Callaway Stadium, and the Tigers had a good battle on their hands, but I tell you what, I was so proud of the way they came away with the victory in that ball game.
Well, one of the things that you learn real quick in a game like Bowden last week is that you're down, you're even, you're up, and then you're down 2 touchdowns going into the fourth quarter, and it really shows the true test of a team and the character of a team that they didn't back off. They didn't lay down. They kept plugging away, and they just made their breaks. And good teams, not to say that we're a good team, we're not a great team. We're getting to be good. We're getting to be better week to week, as Coach would say. But good teams make their own breaks, take advantage of those breaks, and score on opportunities, on turnover opportunities. And last week, there was only 2 turnovers that entire game, and at that time we took advantage of it. So
something else that you mentioned that's really important is that they were down, but they continued to fight back, and they didn't change their game plan. They didn't go away with what they've been doing the whole ball game. Montez Crow continued to run that offense in the same way. We threw the ball downfield. Kobe Hudson made some great receptions down the field. We ran the ball. Ken Truitt, Cam Russell just doing a tremendous job. But we didn't stop doing the things we've done the whole ball game to get us where we were. You and I have both been involved with this program and others. We've seen folks that get it behind the gun, behind the 8 ball, and they say, well, we got to throw caution to the wind, try something new. No, you got a game plan. Come in there, keep following it, keep plugging ahead. This is what you plan to work. And a lot of times you're going to see if you'll stay with that game plan, you'll come away with some success.
Coach Glisson's learned to trust his coordinators, and Coach Kelby Holt on the offensive side had the things that he wanted to do, and he didn't veer away from those. And Kobe Hudson was one of the main go-to guys. And when we were down 4th down and 8, could have been our final play of the game against Coach Glisson's better judgment. He said, okay, Coach Holt, go with it. And that's what they had. They had a go route down the sidelines with a 9th grader against a junior corner. And as luck would have it, if you will, the ball was up in the air. We got pass interference. And 1st down Tigers. Next pass play was to Ken Truitt in the end zone. Touchdown Tigers to tie it up. Carson Rayford comes in, kicks the extra point. With 1:27 left, I believe, Tigers were able to kick off and hold them and thus win the football game. So an exciting finish. I've talked to a lot of fans, Jack, that left the ball game early.
Yeah, but they were listening
to us on the radio. We appreciate that, and we appreciate you guys today. I've talked to a number of fans that said they can't make it, but they'll be listening to us, and so we appreciate that. But, wow, we sure do thank the fans who showed up tonight because they're still piling in on the Tiger side. And we've got a good crowd travel. I'm proud of that.
Well, something else that's neat that the folks over there, some of them are listening to us too, because you can stream our broadcast on Eagle1023.com. In fact, I did that with you in the Saturday morning quarterback as I was going into Florida last week. I was able to listen to you and Coach Glisson talk and take credit for a lot of the stuff that I already said. Let's go ahead and take a break. We come back. We got lots more. They're about to do the national anthem here at Lamar County, but we're right now getting ready for the Troup High School ball game on Eagle Sports.
Hi, friends. Just like to hear with Kia of LaGrange. Our game plan is set, and our 16-model Kia's got to go to make room for the 17 models that are arriving daily. This means extra savings for you for all our 16 models. Right now, you can take home a 16 Kia Optima LX for as low as $19,900. With prices like this, they won't last long. Hurry to 1217 Lafayette Parkway and let our Star Savings team help you get in the Kia of your dreams. Check us out online at KiaofLaGrange.com to help support your local economy.
Price plus tax, tag, and title. Stock number 19112.
Ross Brown, owner of LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental, has all the tools and equipment handymen and contractors need in our area. And if you're planning a wedding, party, tailgate, reunion, or corporate event, LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental has you covered. Like them on Facebook and see all the particulars they offer. Plus, they're open Monday through Saturday. LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental, Greenville Street, LaGrange, next to CVS Pharmacy. Phone 706-882-8665. That's 706-882-8665. LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, But your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years. And how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com.
They're finishing up the national anthem right now down the field. The band from Lamar County doing a great job. They're down there. Greg mentioned they're in the kind of a navy camo down there. And they're kind of in their summer outfits. They're not really getting into their full uniforms. The Tigers, as local across the way, though, Greg, they're in their full dress blues, and they're ready for a big night tonight to be on the field.
Well, they've done such a great job this year. Johnny Hurd's got them, as usual, does a great job with the band, and they've had a lot of summer sweating going on as far as band camp, and they've performed well at our first 3 ball games, and now I think this may be the first time we've seen them in their full band attire, so we're excited to hear them tonight. You feel like you want to play better when you're all suited up.
Well, you're right. I've always believed that the outfit makes the person, makes the man, makes the girl, and the Tigers are going to try to prove that tonight. Well, we talked about last week is the Tigers had the big win, and Greg, that was one where we played a great first quarter. We played a great fourth quarter. One of the things I'm going to be looking at tonight and see how we do in the second and third, because really, as I go back to the Hardaway game, as I think back across the season, just the short season of Kendrick and Hardaway, it's those 2 middle quarters that we really haven't answered the bell for in the same way. Even in the first ball game, we did lose that one, but we were driving in the fourth quarter. We were trying to make a comeback. We were fighting our way through, and I want to see us get that going on at the first quarter like we have, but also continue that through the second into halftime and come out in the third even stronger.
Well, I think they've been progressing each week, each phase of the game. We're talking about offense, defense, special teams. And one of the things that Coach Glisson was concerned about really for the previous 2 games has been the kickoff coverage. And not necessarily the punt coverage, punt blocking perhaps, but kickoff coverage. And he said we're going to address that this past week. And so tonight we will see how that's addressed. It's nice to have Carson Rayford putting them in the end zone. That's a real good defense. But when he doesn't, make sure you got your lanes covered and you're coming down the field taking care of business. So,
well, I think Coach Glisson on your show back on Saturday Morning Quarterback Live from the Kia Studios, he was talking about that he had kind of padded that with some younger players on the kickoff, because Carson has been so effective of pinning the ball down, and he was kind of taking the chance there. But some of the younger guys didn't have quite the experience of keeping their lanes and that sort of thing, and it didn't help him out this time.
Right. Well, he said he felt like he was doing that, but he kind of got beat up on that, and I think he'll probably do something different this week. But you mentioned earlier about wanting to see putting together a full 4 quarters. Each week we can see improvement in both the ground game and the passing game and the kicking game, and we're just working on the kicking coverage and then putting together a whole 4 quarters of not where did the offense go? The offense went away in the second quarter. The defense went away in the third quarter. Kind of really play that consistent 48 minutes and just see what happens. And you're right. That's the goal. And as the season progresses, that's what you want to see.
Yep. Let's take another quick break. We come back. We'll talk about this game as we're taking on the folks here in Lamar County live here on Eagle Sports.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9, or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange. Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results, because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football, and This is a good hamburger. I've never been so happy that a person was a vegetarian.
We're trying to be nice to Thomas, and Thomas comes in. He looks. He said, I'll take the fries, but I thought you said you were a vegan. No, vegetarian?
I guess either one of them's not going to eat a hamburger. So
either one. So we get to split a hamburger like we need it, Jack.
Well, that's okay. Our wives aren't here to tell us not to eat it.
That's right.
Lamar County, they are, tell you what, Greg, you mentioned a minute ago they played for the state championship in AA just 2 years ago. They're 2-0 on the season. They had a big win against Northeast, 14-13, a tight ball game. They had a big win last week over Jackson. Now, Jackson had beaten Mary Persons at the previous week, another team that's always in the state playoffs, beat them 13-10. So Lamar County is not a team that's going to probably try to score a whole lot. They're not going to blow your doors off with their offense, but they're going to put a defense on you that's going to try to keep you from moving the ball down the field at all.
Well, I think we're in for a well of a ball game tonight. As I said, just during pregames, and you could size up a team from the booth during pregame, and I believe pound for pound they're bigger than we are across both lines. And needless to say, I'm assuming they have a little bit more experience than we do. As Coach Cliss and I have talked over the past 3 weeks, our offensive line really is a unit. This is only their fourth ball game that they've played together. We've got one senior, and I know Brandon Barrington's back. We're glad to have that back. But now that Seth Adams has kind of taken over the center duties, and he's done a good job with that. Seth has only been the snapper for the fourth week now. So, and you got a couple of sophomores, 2 juniors and a senior, and you got to learn to gel that team and that offensive unit. So, a lot still needs to be worked on, and so it's kind of a inexperienced unit, if you will, with the exception of Brandon, who has played the last couple of years at the O-line.
Well, Brandon has. Brandon was talking to his dad earlier today. Got a little tweak in his shoulder. He'd been doing some of the snapping duties as well, but can't really get the ball back like he wants to. They moved him over to that guard. I think he's going to be pretty. He was effective last week, pulling very well. Of course, Brandon's an old. His dad's an old down lineman. I love to talk to him about that kind of stuff because he's getting the film from the coach. And he's critiquing his son on his pulling technique. He said, look, your heels are down. They can tell automatically you're fixing to go down the line. You got to keep your toes up. It's just really neat to hear that father and son go back and forth about the technique on a football game.
There's a, and I tend to do that as well, but there's a lot of coaches that would frown upon, there we go, Daddy teaching the boy how to do something, and he's not teaching him how we want to teach him, but hey, you know what? I will rather err on a father getting involved with the son playing football and take that. And, Coach, you correct it when you get him on the field than have a father sitting up in the stands and really never even get some chance to get with his son. So with that being said, shoot, man, give it all you got. Proud parents are getting involved like that.
I was talking to my dad. We went to watch my daughter play volleyball last night, and one of the things that we were talking about is the engagement that of parents that do. They're there for their kids. They're there to watch their kids play. And I knew that even back in the early 80s when I was playing, as I walked through the tunnel, I would listen. I'd hear, "Attaboy!" My father yelling for that, and I could tell you exactly where he was sitting, and I didn't have to look up in the crowd. I knew exactly where he was, and he was there for every ball game that I sat at the bench for up until my senior year.
Shame. Well, speaking of parents getting involved, I had an opportunity to go over to Troup High School this morning with Donuts with Dennis. He started that a couple of Fridays ago, and I want to shout out to Cameron Russell here on the football team, who is an ambassador, and my niece, Maddie Jeter, did a fabulous job. I'm sorry to say that I missed my son this morning. Scott Hicks is also an ambassador. He was up in Atlanta at a Skills USA State of Georgia Leadership Conference where he is a state officer, and they were kind of planning for their upcoming state event. But I enjoyed it. The ambassadors did a good job leading the parents around, and Chip Metters gave us kind of an insight. If you haven't already had a chance to kind of get a feel for what's going on at Troup High and some of the things that they did this past summer with the Bill Daggett conference and the lessons that they took from that conference and what they're implementing over at Troup High, every Friday morning at 8:30, Chip Metters will be meeting with parents. You don't even have to be a parent. You can be just anybody from the community. Walk in, have some donuts, tour the school. We'll have, like I said, Maddie Jeter, Cameron Russell, Scott Hicks, and a couple of others will be taking you on a tour of the school, visiting different classes, and no punches thrown. They just come out, and you get to see the school live in action. The teachers don't even realize that you're in the school. They'll accommodate you, and that's kind of some of the things that's going on to get the community involved in our local Troup County school system. So you guys take advantage of it. Go out and see Chip on 8:30 Friday morning, and let them know that you heard it on the radio, and that you wanted to, that Jack Mormon and Greg Hicks said, come on by and see Chip Metters?
It's all actually throughout the whole Troup County school system that we're working to increase the relevance of what we're doing, and every school has a different approach, and it's really been exciting, Greg, as we're realizing that the culture trumps any kind of strategy that we may have. It is the culture, as you know, as a businessman of your business, if you have the folks in the right place doing the right thing, you get a whole lot accomplished. We're going to take one more break. We come back, we'll tell you about the coin toss there on the field. Get ready for that, and we got lots more here from Lamar County right here on Eagle Sports.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Introducing the most valuable provider, your nationally ranked WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Ranked a top 100 large community hospital by Truven Health Analytics. Named a top 100 great community hospital by Becker's Hospital Review. Rated top 100 in medical excellence and patient safety by CareChecks. WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Award-winning healthcare right here in LaGrange. To learn more, visit wellstar.org/WGMC. We believe in life well lived.
State Farm, this is Gwen.
Salutations, Gwen. I have car insurance, but I want to protect the rest of the stuff in my apartment. Some of my action figures were ruined recently.
We can add a renter's policy. For the cost of one action figure, we can protect your entire army of action figures against fire, theft, burst pipes.
Great! You have no idea how hard it is untangling wet alien hair.
Add renter's insurance to your auto policy and get to a better state. State Farm.
For a money-saving way to protect your possessions, call Agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks live here from Lamar County. They've been incredibly hospitable to us as we're getting things ready to go. Looks like that the Tigers have won the toss. They've deferred to the second half. And, Greg, looks like Lamar County, they're going to be taking the ball. Their offense will be on the field first.
Well, last week, it's just the opposite of what we did last week. We, I think Bowden won the toss and elected to receive. So we started out. Troup started out on offense, so we'll see what the Tigers do on defense. And a lot of coaches would just as soon defer to the second half. Personally, I kind of like deferring because, if you've got the momentum rolling in the second quarter, let's say you score within the last 2 or 3 minutes of the second quarter, and you kind of got that momentum coming into halftime, and then you get the ball back first of the second half, kind of adds to that. You can capitalize on that. That's what you try to do. So with that, the Tigers will start out on defense, and we'll be receiving the ball in the second half. So I think a lot of coaches would love nothing more as Carson Rayford comes out and puts a tee down on the 40-yard line. And let's see if he can get it in the end zone. We certainly hope he does. But if he doesn't, we'd like to see how that kickoff coverage is doing.
Let's take 30 more seconds back to the station. Then we'll have kickoff live from Lamar County on Eagle Sports.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service.
Bravo!
It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Some might call that old school. But then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Moore and Greg Hicks, and we're ready to kick things off. Carson Rayford stands on his 30, getting ready to kick the ball, which is seated on the 40. And he approaches the ball, and there's the kick. Nice high kick. Going to go right back to it. He'll go into the end zone, and won't be able to bring it back. They'll bring it out to the 20, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and 10.
That was a nice kick by Carson Rayford. From my angle, I thought, man, it's not going to make the end zone. But he backs up on the 2, backs up to the 1, across the goal line, catches it a yard deep. And by the time he decides he wants to come out, of course, our guys are inside the 20, which is where you want to see them. So I was particularly impressed with the coverage. Of course, the true tale is when they get an opportunity to return it, how well is that coverage?
That's a great point, Greg.
At any rate, the Trojans will come out 1st and 10 from their own 20.
And they're coming out as just about every team we've seen this year. No one's going under center. Everybody's coming out. They're standing back there. Takes the snap, hands the ball off into the middle of the field, finds a hole. He's at the 30. He goes down at the 32-yard line. And he's tackled there by, was that number 6, Vicente Stafford?
Vicente Stafford in on the tackle right beside Malik Thornton. It just kind of got right by him and Cole Pike. As Cole is the nose tackle this week, starting nose tackle. J. Brody Messers is starting left tackle. As quickly the Trojans are back up to the line of scrimmage. First play, first down.
Malik Collier is the quarterback. Takes the snap, backs up to pass. Looking, lots of time back there. Dancing around, steps up to the line of scrimmage. Now he's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage right there at the 28-yard line.
I'm going to give that a coverage sack as Kevin Martin comes in and from his linebacker position just keeps everybody play defense. Good technique that time. The quarterback pumped, roll. Finally, Martin comes in and tackles it behind the line of scrimmage. Be a loss of 5 yards, 2nd and 15 for the Lamar County.
Empty backfield for the quarterback. Malik Collier takes the snap, backs up to pass. He's standing on his 20, steps up the field, gets back to the line of scrimmage a little bit more. He's upended at about the 33, maybe 34. That'll get him looking at third down, and we'll call it 8.
Dietrich Tucker from his corner position really did a nice job at fighting off the wideout who was stalk blocking him, and he was able to kick him inside, go to the outside, and make the tackle after a 3-yard gain. Actually, an 8-yard gain, but it's 3rd down and 7 because it was. Remember, we started out with a first down loss. So the Lamar County Trojans on their own 35-yard line. They've got to get out to the 43 for a first down. So this is a key play here for the Tigers on the first possession for Lamar County.
Again, one back to the backfield. They're going back up to pass. Collier rolls to his right, going to air it down the middle of the field, and just bounces the ground. Just not an errant pass there, as they'll have to punt the ball away.
He had the guy on a post route. He went out about 15 yards and hit it on a post, but the linebackers had dropped. Really good defensive coverage, especially from a spread offense, wide open offense that Lamar County has come out with on their first possession. And they've not dropped anyone back into punting formation. Now they run the punt team on kind of almost like a polecat formation or scenario, Jack.
So they'll come on. The punter will stand at his 20-yard line. We've got Chance Hill back at about the 33.
33-yard line. We didn't really get a chance to see the punter in pregame, so let's see what he can do.
There's a snap. Wow, bullet back there to him. He steps up, gets the ball off. Pretty good kick. Chance will take it at the 35, bounces up to him. He picks it up. He'll be wrapped up at about the 37-yard line. Only about 2-yard return, but he keeps the ball, and the Tigers will have it there 1st and 10.
Nick Ligon, who had came back last week at his first chance last week, busted through the line and kind of stumbled back toward the punter. But had he not lost his balance, I believe he would have blocked that kick. He was totally almost untouched into the backfield. So your Tigers on their first possession will have it 1st down and 10 from the 31-yard line. So let's see what Coach Holt has dialed up for the Tigers this week.
3-man front for Lamar County. They'll walk an outside linebacker to the right side to turn it into a 4. We put a man in motion from this near side. High snap, handed off to our man who was in motion. He's going around to the 40, down the corner to the 50, still on his feet across the 40 to the 35-yard line.
Wow, Ken Truitt on a motion from the Lamar County side of the field comes in. He takes the pitch, inside toss, really, sweep from Montez Crow and able to pick it up, turn up behind Brandon Barrington on that left side of the line and picks up about 25, 26 yards all the way down to actually 10, 20, about 35-yard gain down to the 35-yard line of Lamar County. So excellent first play by the Tigers.
Wing to the right, twins to this near side. Crow hands it off right into the middle of the field. We're going to get a nice surge. Man, up 7, 8 yards. The whole pile moving down the field off the running of Cam Russell that time.
Cameron Russell takes a snap. I noticed that Dre Flagg in motion kind of hesitates, and I'm not seeing him do this, kind of hesitates about halfway around the line, down the line, turns it up, gives you an extra blocker, and they just powered the football right down the center of Lamar County's defense for a gain of 7, 2nd and 3.
Crow takes a snap. Hands the ball again. Actually fakes it. Throws it down towards the end. We make the catch into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
4 games in a row, Colby Hudson goes up on a nice little fade route on the sidelines from Montez Crow, and you couldn't ask for a better pitch. Tossed it over the cornerback's head. Hudson waited to the last second, jumps up,
perfect jump,
brings it in at the 2-yard line, and puts it in the corner of the pylon. Touchdown, Tigers. nice combination of running and passing, Jack, on that first series. Tigers have been opening up as Rayford kicks it.
Snap is up, and it's good.
We'll talk about that when we come back.
That is a tremendous way to start this ballgame with 9:18. Already got a defensive stop and a touchdown on the board for the Troup High School Tigers right here on Eagle Sports.
Have you gotten your flu shot? Now is the time. Holmes Pharmacy is the place to get your flu shot. And if you have insurance, it could be free. So don't wait. Drive right up to Holmes Pharmacy and get your flu shot today at Commerce Avenue in LaGrange or in Hamilton. And if your doctor feels you need a high-dose flu shot, Holmes Pharmacy has you covered.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Tigers about to kick it off again after a big touchdown pass to Kobe Hudson, who puts it into the end zone. Tell you what, just right around the pylon, great presence of mind, knew where he was on the field, just an excellent job. The kick, wow, look at that. Carson Rayford puts it into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20. And I tell you what, he's doing exactly what we needed to do.
Just looking at the kickoff coverage again, Jack, as he's touching the ball in the end zone, they're crossing about the 22-yard line. So that means if he would have caught it on the 1-yard line, he would have probably met them somewhere between the 15 and 20. So 2 kickoffs so far. I like the coverage, but again, the truth is in when he has an opportunity to return. So good. I was just saying as we went to break, good start by the Tigers. We've been forced to come out throwing the last few games. We came out running this time and actually scored on a touchdown pass.
Collier takes a high snap, rolls to his right, looking, going to air it out, throw it out of bounds. Just saw that he didn't have anybody. He had a couple of receivers downfield. Again, another coverage. Good job keeping him from getting the ball down the field.
Well, I see Macente Stafford along with Ken Truitt, but Stafford from his free safety comes over and really corrals that wideout that had made his way behind Truitt down on about the 38-yard line. So far, good defensive coverage by the Tigers.
Collier has one man to his right. Actually to his left. Takes the snap. He's going to hand the ball off to him. Bounces to the outside. They do a good hook in our end. Gets to the 30, 35, going down at the 40-yard line. Tackle's going to be finally made by number 20 for the Tigers and Nick Ligon.
One of the things that Lamar's done, the two plays they've really gained on has been the running plays. Every time they've tried to pass, of course, we've had great defense. Good coverage. I don't want to say great, but good enough coverage that he's been able to throw the ball away.
Trips to the top side. They got 2 men in the backfield with the quarterback, Collier. Collier going to walk with him, hand the ball off as they try to get to the end. We do a good job corralling him. He'll get about 3, maybe 4 out of that, 2nd and 6.
If you remember, fans, last week against Bowden and their wing T, they really caused us a lot of havoc on the defensive side of the ball, and we don't want to have to make those adjustments again tonight.
It is gorgeous here at the stadium, and just kind of looking across, and I hadn't seen the moon out, but the sun is setting so beautifully on the far side. It is a gorgeous night for football.
Yes, it is.
Put a man back in motion, going back to the inside. Quarterback just going to run around to the middle of the field. We're going to tackle him short of the first down. He's got to get to the 50. He's going to stop on the 48.
It'll be 3rd and 1 as they're going to mark him at the 49. He's got to get to midfield strike directly on the 50-yard line for that first down. Actually, they got him just inside the 49-yard line, so maybe 3rd and a half yards. So Tigers, really have got to tighten up this time. It would be nice to stop them here, and then you'd have to, at midfield, you got to wonder what the Trojans would do if they do not convert this 3rd down conversion.
It hasn't been a true prevent defense, but we are having a lot of guys back up in coverage. They'll get the first down across to the 45-yard line. Just a little dive off the right side.
That's right. Just a little I formation backfield. He takes the snap, no frills offense, just hands it up. They go right off the right guard, picks up 5.5 yards. The tip of the ball will be at the Tiger 45-yard line. So this, on the second possession by the Trojans, are able to put together some semblance of a drive as they've moved it from the 20-yard line now 35 yards out beyond midfield strike.
Collier with one back to his left in the backfield, puts that man in motion back to this near side. Backs up to pass, throws it quickly, a little screen in the middle of the field, back to the line of scrimmage. He's got some first down yardage across the 35 to the 34, but he stopped right there. So an 11-yard play. That's a new first down for them.
Excellent play call by Lamar County. They knew that we'd be teeing off, had a little bubble screen going where the wideout kind of takes one step forward, hooks, comes back in behind the line, and picks up that screen pass. And we had 3 Tigers defensively just hammering at the quarterback, so you could just see it developing. So good job by the linebacking crew to stop that for any further gain.
Wide right, 3-man trips to this near side. Collier puts his man in motion again. Takes it, going to try to throw the quick swing. We almost intercepted. Oh, my goodness gracious. So well read by the defense.
He was so pressured on the backside by Cole Pike, and along with I'm trying to think of something like Malik Thornton, but at the same time, Vicente Stafford stepped in between. A dream almost came true.
A pick six,
and
right
then it was he would have walked into the end zone. It would have been a foot race, but he would have certainly won that foot race. But oh well, good job by the Tigers breaking that particular pass play up.
They put a man in motion once again. The quarterback takes it, hands the ball off to him. He cuts back to the inside. He keeps it, and we get him down after a gain of only about 2. And I tell you what, he's got some pretty effective fakes because I was following the back down the backfield with my binoculars.
One of the things he's trying to catch us off is that he set us up on that bubble screen earlier. Now he's coming back with some little motion options, and he comes and he takes and he fakes this handoff as he's fooled you, and he backs up, and he's got that little wideout sitting out there a yard behind the line of scrimmage, trying to connect with him, and then he just kind of slants it up behind the linebackers.
Collier takes it again, hands the ball off to his tailback. He's got some running room across the 30. He's headed towards the end zone 10. They break it down. He loses the ball. Ball's on the ground. Looks like the Tigers have it.
They're going
to call him down.
Well, let's see here. No, they're going to call him down. The ball was out. I don't know if they recovered or if he was selling it down, but the ball came out from our angle probably about the time he hit the ground.
Yep.
So he may be calling it the ground caused that fumble. Jared Lane was instrumental in that previous play, but again, the Trojans have found that their running is a lot more effective than their passing. And one of the things that the Tigers needs to do is it looks like big Clay Scarborough comes in at nose tackle. Clay is a junior defensive lineman. Has really developed well and hoping to get some starting playing time.
So 1st and goal from the 4. There's the snap. Hands the ball off to the tailback. He's hit and actually going to lose yards back to the 5. Let's see what they mark him. Yep, they're going to mark him the 5. So he'll actually lose yards. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 5.
Well, I was keying on Clay Scarborough out there, big number 72. Clay comes in about 6'1", 280, and maybe 290. And he just stood up that center and just really pancaked him backwards into the running back. So I'm going to have to give that loss really kudos to Clay Scarborough creating that pile up inside the interior of that line.
Here they come again. High snap. Fakes the handoff, rolling, throws it out. It's going to be incomplete. So that's going to bring him 3rd down, and the quarterback got hit hard at the end of that play.
A ton of pressure by number 31, Dietrich Tucker. If it hadn't been for that, he had a little H-back wide open on about the 7 or 8 yard line, and with the stalk block on Vicente Stafford, could have walked in the end zone, but given pressure from Tucker, caused the quarterback to hurry his pass, and it fell incomplete. So now the Trojans look like they're going to call timeout to think about this.
3rd and goal from the 4.5. They take a timeout. We take one as well. Our first one of the ball game. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football right here on Eagle Sports.
Calling all area coaches. Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Russell. For travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales today at 706-884-5592. Call Coach Jeter or Greg Hicks. Calling all area coaches, Mud Creek Team Sales with all your sporting goods. Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Russell. Mud Creek Team Sales, a proud sponsor of today's game.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back. I just want Well, listen to that commercial. I had a chance to go out to the offices of Mud Creek Graphics. That's a well-oiled machine there. They got a lot of everybody being taken care of. If you need any kind of screen printing, anything kind of thing for your team, of course, the red clay. That's the new brand they've got that's really going to be helping out a lot of coaches, a lot of teams with their apparel. In fact, they got in some stuff for LaGrange College as we were leaving today.
Yeah, Coach Mumme was heading over to pick up his hats. You guys go out and see the Panthers take on Berry College tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at Callaway Stadium. Go out and support Coach Mumme and the Panthers. Hey, if you've just joined us, your Tigers are up 7-0 with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. The Trojans are knocking at the door on the 4-yard line.
They hand the ball off into the line. We're going to hold him up. They'll stop him they'll mark him at the 3. Actually, no, he walks back to lose it. Actually, good grief.
Spot him at the 4. No gain.
I like it. No gain.
Nick,
that's a 4th down.
Hey, I tell you what, I spoke of Nick a while ago, passing, almost getting in to block the punt. He darts in from the left side of the defensive sideline and picks him up in the backfield and takes him down for no gain. So the Trojans, with 5 minutes basically left in the first quarter, trying to tie this ball game up, they're going for it. 4th down and 4 to go for a touchdown. Let's see what happens.
3 across in the backfield. Going to hand the ball off. They're going. We're going to get him in the back. Oh, we hand him in the backfield. He gets to the end zone. Touchdown for Lamar County. I thought we had him, and we're still laying down. Thought we had him back at the 9.
We had 2 opportunities for the 9-yard line. Let's see who gets off the ground. Number 4 for the Tigers. Jack Swite. No, actually, Macente Stafford. His shirt was all wrinkled up. Macente had an opportunity to get him in the backfield. He feels real bad about it. Tigers should be facing first down right now. As it turns out, the Trojans are going to try to tie this ball game up as the place kicker puts a tee down on the 10-yard line.
Backs up, steps to his left. He's a right-foot kicker. Waiting for the snap. Calls for it. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. So, with 4 minutes and 51 seconds left to go in the first quarter play, we're tied up 7-7 from Lamar County. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
So now we'll get to see the kicker for Lamar County. He'll place the ball on his 40. He'll kick it from right to left if you're looking at your radio dial. Tigers make their way back out on the field. We'll see Ken Truitt back there, deep. Chance Hill on the far side. Again, we kind of go 5, then 2-2-2, standing on the 35, the 25, and back at the 15. Their kicker addresses the ball. There's the kick, high kick, pretty deep. But we're going to get it back on the 1, up from the 1 to the 5, 10 to the 15. And hit hard there at the 16, driving ahead to the 17. But that's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10.
Unfortunately, Chance Hill, actually Ken Truitt took the kickoff, floated back, caught it up on the 1-yard line. And it really was a high kick, so it allowed the Trojans to get good coverage. Excuse me. He comes up to about the 17-yard line, and he runs into the back of Chance Hill, who was trying to block for him. But by this time, all the Trojans had converged. So if you want to see what kickoff coverage looks like, good coverage,
that was it.
Go look at that one on the film. That was good coverage.
Sacro in the backfield with a man to his right. Twins to this near side. Takes a snap, looking. He's going to run up the middle of the field. I think it was a design play, but they get him pretty quick. He'll gain about 1, 2nd and 9.
He had Cameron Russell available to pitch to his right hand. Decided he would cut it upfield. One of those things the coaches, he made a side. He's got a lot of checkoffs and a lot of reads on every time, every formation, every play. That time, Montez looks back. He might have decided, I should have pitched it.
Yeah.
But at any rate,
they'll talk about that in the film for sure.
2nd down and 8 for the Tigers.
Crow puts a man in motion back to the inside. High snap, hands it off to the motion man coming from the far side. Cuts to the corner. He's at the 20. Spins, misses a guy. He'll go out of bounds at about the 21-yard line. Still not enough for a 1st down.
Gerald Smith from his wide out position all the way on the Tiger side comes over and takes really a mimic of the first play of the game. Yep. Is the snap was high for Montez, and Montez is already 6'3". He had to kind of reach up and get it, so he had to get down quick to get it over to Smith. Smith makes his way around the corner, picks up about 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Tigers.
They bring a play from the far side. Greg, you and I were talking about in the break. What a tremendous crowd as we look across the way. A lot of Tiger fans over there.
There's very few seats, Tigers, on the visitor side. So congratulations tonight, guys, on your good traveling.
Crow hands the ball off. We bounce to the outside, trying to get to the corner, trying to fight our way to the first down. We're going to be just short, it looks like.
Cameron Russell on a sweep, basically kicks it outside, picks up another 2 yards, bounces it inside all the way almost to the yards marker. He'll go out to the 27-yard line, 26 and a half. Got to get up to the 27. It's actually 4th down and 2 feet, and all the Tigers are over on the sidelines, and they may be conferencing. Guys, how do you feel about it? This is a big gamble. If we don't get it, we don't get it. They may decide to waste a timeout if they go in and do a freeze play, but I do see Carson Rayford coming on. But it was interesting. It's the first time we've seen the Tigers huddle. Given that situation, we've got 4th down and basically a foot as the Tigers come up in punt formation.
Waiting for the snap. Hoping to jump off sides. There's the snap. Rayford will step up, get the kickoff. Wow! He booms this one. They're going to have to backpedal all the way to the 30, and then he runs 15 yards back, and we're going to upend him at the 30-yard line. So a tremendous kick by Carson Rayford.
Carson kicked the ball. It was great hang time, allowing the Tigers to get down on coverage. He picks the ball up, maybe catches it on the 29-yard line, goes back to the 24, loops it back up, and he makes it back up to the 30-yard line is where they're going to spot the ball. So the Trojans will have it, the tip of the ball on the 30-yard line as they take over on their 3rd possession. Tigers, if you've just joined us on the radio, you're listening to Eagle Sports on 102.3, and 7-7, tied up right now with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Been an interesting first quarter. Tigers took their initial drive, took it down for a touchdown, held the Trojans on their first possession. We turn around and on the Trojans' 3rd possession, they scored, tie the ball game up. So it's been an exciting first quarter, Jack.
Tigers the ball's in the air. They're going to get down at the 20-yard line. But a bad snap bounces over the head of the quarterback. The tailback does a great job of getting down to the 20. That's going to lose them 20 yards back behind them.
You know, Jack, we talked about that in the pregame about those turnovers. Mm-hmm. You know, we look at the Tigers the last 2 games. We've really played good turnover-free ball game. But at the same time, we want to capitalize on that when it happens, and we almost got that one.
There's the snap. Steps over, hands the ball off to the tailback. Gets to the 20. We're going to get him down from behind at the 25. Looks like he'll mark him out of bounds at the wow, that's a good field position up to we'll call it the 27.
Well, Khalif Thornton is having a conversation with the offensive lineman because right in front of the white hat, Khalif is being tackled down. Now, he's a defensive tackle, so he's supposed to do the tackling, but he's getting pulled to the ground, and he looks up and no flag, and sure enough, he talks to the lineman. He says, hey. We can only imagine what he said, but it's probably something like,
hey,
you want to go to dance with me? Don't hold my hand.
When was the last time you read a good book?
Yeah. 3rd down and 11 for the Trojans as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Collier with his tailback Parks rolls to his right, throws complete, but we hit him just as soon as he catches the ball out on the flats. He'll get up to about the 32-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down.
Again, Macente Stafford in on from his corner position, actually from his free safety position. He came in and read that. That's about the 4th time they've run that little inside stab pass, inside screen, if you will, and the Tigers are reading it really, really well. So first 3 plays not too productive on this possession for the Trojans, Jack.
So 3 and out, they'll have to punt the ball away.
Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Less than a minute to go in the first quarter play. We're tied 7-7. The Tigers now will have the ball. They kick the ball to Chance Hill. Chance ran about 7 yards up the field. Thought he'd try to be a little bit deceptive, ran back, tried to get around some guys, actually lost yards all the way back to they'll mark it at the 34-yard line. That's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. But again, we're 7-7. We're in the first quarter play, about a minute left to go. Crow and his offense make their way back onto the field. He'll put 2 men to the top, 1 man to this near side, a wing to the right. He'll take the snap. He'll fake the handoff, throw the ball out to the flats. It's going to be Hudson. Goes up, comes down with the catch. I say that's a catch.
Well, let's see what happens.
No, they're going to say it's not.
We thought maybe he went up to the top to catch it over 2 defenders. The free safety in the corner had him. He out-jumped them both, but as he was falling down and he hit on the back on the ground, the ball came loose, and we thought that maybe he had caught it. The ground calls a fumble, but they're ruling it incomplete, so they're right there on top of it. No argument from the Troup coaches. But, again, Colby Hudson's becoming Montez's go-to guy, and that if we'd have completed that would have been a 25-yard game.
Yes.
Second down and 10.
Corner's right on top of him. Safety's rolling over. They've got him in double coverage right now. Crow going to, again, throw it out there. We can complete the ball, get a first down across the 45-yard line. Nice stab pass across the middle. Who was that? Was that
Macente
Stafford? Man, we called his name on almost every play tonight.
Thank you. I was going to say that, Jack. You know, Macente's one of those 2 or 3 starters that go both ways, along with he and Colby Hudson and Ken Truitt. And Macente just on a little, what they call a skinny post, if you will, from his slot position. He takes 1 step forward, hammers across at an angle. He picks the ball up. After he catches it, picks up about 12 yards, brings the ball all the way out to the 48-yard line of the Tigers.
Wing left, twins to the top. Crow will hand the ball off. We'll try to pop to the outside, get across the 50. So that'll be a gain of 3. We'll call it 2nd and 7.
Cameron Russell takes the toss from, actually the handoff from Crow, and goes off right tackle over here behind, I want to say Keyshawn Cameron, and picks up 3 yards. Looks like a long, hey, actually going to give him a 4-yard gain on that. 2nd and 6, Jack.
Call it 3.5. We'll split the difference.
They're on the 49-yard line of the Trojans, just over midfield.
Wings left, twins left. Crow with 1 back in the backfield beside him. He'll fake off the handoff. He'll run. He's going to swing it out there, but they have a man right on top of us. A neat play. It's going to be complete to Kobe Hudson, but Kobe's hit just as he catches the ball, and that'll be the last play of the first quarter. We're going to take 60 seconds back to the station. We're tied up. The Tigers are driving right here on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Hi, friends. Just like to hear with Kia of LaGrange. Our game plan is set, and our 16 model Kia's got to go to make room for the 17 models that are arriving daily. This means extra savings for you for all our 16 models. Right now, you can take home a 16 Kia Optima LX for as low as $19,900. With prices like this, they won't last long. Hurry to 1217 Lafayette Parkway and let our Star Savings team help you get in the Kia of your dreams. Check us out online at KiaofLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Price plus tax, tag, and title. Stock number 19112.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks live from Lamar County. The Trojans taking on the Troup High School Tigers tonight. We're knotted up 7-7. Got a fresh 12 minutes on the board, and we're ready to start the second quarter. Greg, throughout the season, we've had really strong first quarters. We begin to dip a little bit in the second. We got a drive going right now. The field is flipped. We're going right to left now. I'd love to see this drive continue on and move us down the field.
You know, it's funny. I was thinking, all right, we come back. It was 3rd and 3. I was counting the wrong direction. It's 3rd and 7. That's where you're right. We got to put together a good second quarter.
High snap. Crow gets it, throws it, and it's going to kind of bounce down. But tell you what, that could have been a bad situation for us. But still, we are looking at 4th down. We will have to punt it away.
Well, unfortunately, just when we needed it, he's talking to Seth Adams right now as he say, buddy, just a little high. Good thing is Montez is 6'3". He's able to bring it down. But he had Colby Hudson sitting out here on the hash mark at about 7-yard mark. And had he caught it, he just turns it upfield, picks up 5 or 6 yards. It would have been a first down. But Montez was able to get it back. But on the backside, he got hit just as soon as he released it. Kind of threw the ball into the turf. So the Tigers, as you said, 4th down, will have to punt the ball away.
Carson Rayford comes back onto the field. He'll stand at the 38-yard line. They're sending the house, it looks like. They'll back one guy off now. There's a snap, steps up, gets the kickoff.
Nice little corner kick here now.
Bounces and goes out of bounds.
Oh, yes.
At the 2-yard line.
No, at the 1-yard line. They're going to – hang on. Let's see what happens. At the 2-yard line, Jack. At the 2-yard line. What an excellent kick. The Tigers have to take advantage of this. This is the best defensive field position that we've had all year as far as that goes, especially off of a kick. We saw it when it came off of Carson's foot. We knew it was coming to this near corner, and he had it was a tight angle, Jack. It's not like he was kicking across the field.
Because he's kicking from middle of the field, actually almost to this near hash.
Yeah, he was on this near hash, and so he had a really tight angle to do it, but put the ball out at the 2-yard line. Excellent kick by Rayford.
Tell you what, he has been so instrumental to the wins of the Tigers and really kept us in a lot of ball games and winning the ball game last week off his foot with that extra point. So they got 3 backs in the backfield. Going to hand the ball off. He's going to get a little bit of air as he gets up to the 4-yard line. They'll be second down now. Clock continues to run.
Chance Hill from his free safety position came flying. Actually, Nick Ligon, he has been all over the field. Just, the second really complete ball game he's played this year. And his number 20, he is all over the field. We appreciate Nick tonight. He's able to keep it to a 2-yard game, maybe call it a 3-yard game, second down and 7 from the 5-yard line.
They try to draw us off there.
Good discipline by the Tigers' defensive line as they flinch, but they did not take it.
Collier, the quarterback, now calls for it again. There's the snap. Going to hand the ball off. He'll get more air for them. He gets across the 10.
I'll give you a guess who made that tackle. Nick Ligon from his outside linebacker position, Jack. You can see how frustrated he is because when he hit him initially, he'd only gained a yard. He actually picked up another 3, be 3rd down and 2. Big play here for the Tigers. We would love to see them punting out of their end zone, Jack.
They started off trying to air it out a whole lot, and now they've gone back to the running game. And it's almost a delay running game because they're so deep. They can look and see how the line is giving them a chance to move the ball up the field. Collier takes it, going to make the handoff, and we're going to hit him hard. It's going to be short of the first down. They'll be up 4th down, and they'll have to punt the ball away.
Oh, good job by the Tigers. Kevin Martin just came in from his line. I was going to show you the gap that they left open purposely for Kevin. They had split the nose tackle and the wide tackle, left a huge gap, and you could just see Lamar County saying, we're coming right at it. The stunt was we had Martin coming from his middle linebacker position, met the backer in the backfield, lost 1.5 yards. It'll be 4th down and 4 for the Trojans, and so they're going to be punting from their own end zone as Chance Hill backs out to about the 38-yard line.
The ball rests on the 9-yard line. The kicker will be in his end zone to kick the ball away. We've come close on a couple of punts, so we're probably bringing the house here. There's the snap. Gets it off. Good kick for him, but it's not going to get to the 50. We're to the 40. Heading upfield to 35. 30. Still his feet at the 25-yard line. A tremendous return for the Troup High School Tigers.
Excellent block by Nick Ligon. Once again, he comes down the field, and Chance Hill breaks it to the outside. Nick puts his hat in front of the guy's shoulders, making that a legal block. It springs him for another 12 yards. 15-yard return, maybe a 16, down to the 25-yard line of the Trojans. So Tigers, excellent field position on this possession.
Right at a 20-yard return for Chance. So that gives us the ball in tremendous field position at the 25.
Sorry, you want it on or off?
I can't see with it on. I'm sorry. Our poor old eyes. Here comes Crow. Back to his right. Takes the snap. Hands the ball off. We got a great hole across the 15 to the 10. Still on his feet to the 7, 8. Down to the...
Inside the 10, down to the 7.5-yard line, Jack.
Tremendous job of running the ball for the Troup High School Tigers.
A new Jackson Davis. Coach and I talked last Monday about Jackson getting some more touches. Jackson straight up the middle for 15 yards.
Very quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Montez does a tremendous job of catching the ball high, an Odell Beckham catch on a snap right there. Brings it in, heads up the field. He'll actually lose a yard, it looks like.
Well, in his long frame, he's able to stretch it out. Basically, they're not going to give him a gain. So he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and goal from the 8-yard line. And I'm sure he's having a conversation with Seth. I love Seth to death, and we've been talking about Seth taking over that position, but as far as a center. But he's got a couple of snaps a little high, and I'm sure he's going to go under center now to kind of settle him down a little bit.
Crow, first time under center tonight, takes the snap, steps back, and the I formation, hands the ball off. We fight down to the 5-yard line, maybe the 6.
He was stood up defensively. Jackson Davis was. He hit the hole. He picked up about 2 yards down to the 6. but he was met by a linebacker, and that's as far as he got. So it'll be 3rd down and goal from the 6-yard line. Big play here for the Tigers. We like the idea that we've got Carson Rayford. But you know what? We really want 6 points out of this.
You're exactly right. 7-7 is our score. 8 minutes, 19 seconds left to go in the first half of play. Crow back under center. I formation behind him. Takes a snap. Steps back. Hands the ball off. We fight. No, Crow kept it. He goes around the right side. Dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, he fooled me as well. I thought Dre Flagg was blocking up the middle, which he was, but Crow had pulled it. Goes around the right corner, and he dives sideways in the end zone, not on purpose. Actually, it was on purpose because he was about to be tackled. Touchdown, Tigers. Great play call by Coach Holt. So, with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter, Trojans 7, your Tigers 13, awaiting Carson Rayford's point after touchdown.
Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. 8 minutes and 8 seconds left. 14-7 is your score. Troup High School Tigers leading. You're right, listening to Troup High School Tiger football right here on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
14-7 is your score. The Troup High School Tigers leading right now. We're in the second quarter. We wanted the Tigers to put together 2 quarters of play in the first half. They have done that. Carson Rayford pinning them back deep. That's a huge play in this drive.
Huge.
I got it down to the 2. We're able to hold them out to the 9, about 8 or 9. They punt the ball. We keep it on our side of the field, and we go in with about a 5-play drive and put it in the end zone.
And that all started. They held us last time, but when Carson put it in the coffin corner, that really changed the field.
You're exactly right. Here comes the kick again. And they've got to backpedal into the end zone. That one that doesn't even get caught. So he's 3 for 3 so far in putting him into the end zone in this contest.
One of the things I just noticed, that was a line drive.
Yep.
That wasn't a high, back. That was a line drive halfway through the end zone. And you're right, the tailback couldn't even catch up with him.
He just kind of let that one go.
Hey, Junior Jackson Davis did a really good job that last series as he burst up the middle for 15 yards, and on the next play, he pounds it up for 2 to get it inside the 7 down to the 6-yard line and allowed. So Jackson really, it's been kind of an up-and-coming back for the Tigers. He got some playing time last year as a sophomore. Coaches really expect a lot of him this year and hadn't had a whole lot of touches because when you got a guy like Cameron Russell, you really got to work for your playing time. So kudos to Jackson.
Collier going to back up to pass this time. He's looking downfield, throws it in the flats on the far side. It's good coverage by the Tigers out there. As we put a hand on it, that's going to be – who's that out there? Number 2? Yep.
Jared Lane, senior linebacker for the Tigers.
Yep. Does a good job of knocking that one down. They'll bring it back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd down and 10.
No, linebackers don't get that much of an opportunity to put their hands on a ball in a pass play. And,
nope.
and I see Jared's, he's got gloves on. Back in the day, we didn't wear gloves. We just wore these little hand mitts that went around. And you had to catch the ball with your fingers or it's going to slip through your fingers. Now they got these gloves that are tacky enough.
They're going back to the pass again. Long snap count. Collier backs up to pass. He's all alone in the backfield. Looking. Still on his feet. Throws it out into the flats. He got a man complete to the 30. 35-40. And that is the situation where we had great coverage, but he started to move upfield. We came up to try to take him, and he throws it right over our heads into the flats.
Well, and Vicente Stafford, they had drawn him so far back down to about the 45-yard line that he was really out of the play to make one up tight. And you're right, it was a good coverage at that time defensively, and so he held the ball, and it looked like we needed to attack him. And we attacked him. We left the wide out all alone at the 20-yard line. He picks the ball up at the 24, races out to the 43-yard line. That'll be 1st down Trojans. So well-executed play by the Trojans offense.
Going back to a back of the backfield with Collier. They'll roll him over to his right now. Trips to the left side, a man wide to this near side. Staying in the shotgun. They have not gone under center the entire contest. There's the snap. He's going to fake it and actually hand it to him. And we're going to get him in the backfield, way back in the backfield at the 35.
You want to take a guess who made that stop? Number 6, Macente Stafford, from his free safety position, saw that happening and just
flying.
Simply flew through the backfield, and that's going to be about an 8-yard loss, Jack. So excellent play. You can see Macente going all the way back to his free safety. So they
had a stunt there.
Yes, and that was a good play call by Coach Alba.
The old-fashioned way of saying it, they pin their ears back and fly inside, and that's exactly what he did. Quarterback kind of rode him as he went to the outside, trying to keep that ball in, trying to decide whether he's going to pull it. And maybe the quarterback should have pulled it that time. I think he would have had a little bit better situation. Twins to the left and right, single back in the backfield. Quarterback's going to back up to pass. He's going to air it out across the middle. He's got a man to complete. They're going to get a touchdown off this one. As he's kind of snuck in behind our defense, goes all the way down to the end zone on a pass play.
I saw Dietrich Tucker that time, the outside linebacker, back up in coverage, and then for whatever reason he felt like he needed to go, and he stepped forward just enough for that little half H-back get behind him, and he was wide open between the hashes, and anybody could have caught that and outrun our defense to the end zone. So we asked for a close game, for a tight game, for a well-fought game. And right now at 6 minutes and 30 seconds, it's 13 Trojans, 14 Tigers. Trojans trying to tie this ball game up.
Their kicker's been pretty good on this sort of thing so far in the contest. Snap, hold, kick is up. Plenty of leg. Goes right down the middle. We're knotted up at 14-14 right here in Lamar County on Eagle Sports.
Introducing the most valuable provider, your nationally ranked WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Ranked a top 100 large community hospital by Troup Health Analytics. Named a top 100 great community hospital by Becker's Hospital Review. Rated top 100 in medical excellence and patient safety by CareChecks. WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Award-winning healthcare right here in LaGrange. To learn more, visit wellstar.org/WGMC. We believe in life well lived.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Moore and Greg Hicks. We're live here from Lamar County. The Trojan fans are very happy right now as they've tied this up 14-14. Now the Tigers will get a chance to get the ball here late in the, actually right here at midway in the second quarter of play.
You know, last week we had the front line back at the 48-yard line. Well, that's what they're doing now, so be careful of the onside kick again.
There's the kick, high kick, be taken down to the 3-yard line, up to the 10, 15, 20, right straight up the middle, to the 30, down the line to the 40, still on our feet, tiptoeing down. Let's see where they're going to mark us. I think they will get us to the 46-yard line. That's a great return for the Tigers.
Cameron Russell picks it up on about the 2-yard line, and he just keeps it between the numbers and the sidelines, moves it all the way up to the 47-yard line. So about a 45-yard return puts the Tigers in excellent field position to start this ensuing drive.
That is a nice way. What I loved about that run, Greg, is that he went straight up. Saw his wall, saw his opening, didn't try to dance it around, went straight up the middle, and got great field position for the Tigers on this one.
And the wall was there as well, so good job by the kickoff return team.
Special teams looking good tonight. Well, right now, Lamar County has got as many points as they've gotten in any ball game this season. They haven't exceeded 14. There's a snap. Crow going to throw a quick, oh, man, a great little tight end dump right across the middle. We'll get the ball down to the 45-yard line across the 50.
Be an 8-yard little skinny post to Chance Hill from his slot position. He takes one step and hammers to the inside on a dive and catch by Montez Crow on a bullet thrown to be second down and 2 for the Tigers.
That's a timing play. Snap was a little high again, so Montez had to bring it down quick. Montez takes it, hands the ball up. No, actually, he's going to throw the ball. Got a man wide to the far side of the hill, fall incomplete, but a neat time to go to that play.
I knew I smelled pizza. Some guy was sneaking in behind us with pizza. Yeah, he had Chance Hill on a little medium post sideline route. He was behind the corner. I think Montez let it sail a little bit out of bounds. He probably had about a 6-yard window he could throw it in between the 30 and the sidelines, and just put it outside of Chance Hill's reach. 3rd down and 2. But that's a good time to go. When you got second short, that's a good time to go that deep route.
2 men left, 1 man right. Hand the ball off the middle for the first down across the 40, down to the 39, maybe the 38. And the Tigers continue to roll.
I mentioned Jackson Davis. He takes the handoff and goes right up behind Ethan Short and Seth Adams, and he picks up about 6-7 yards inside the 40-yard line down to the 39-yard line as the Tigers continue to move the football.
Greg, this is setting up to be a heavyweight prize fight. We're kind of punching, return. Both teams giving it their all on either side of the ball.
5 minutes and 30 seconds. You're all tied up at 14 as the Tigers are driving.
Crow going to take it, hand the ball off the middle again. Great blocking downfield. We're going to get 9 out of that one.
Again, Jackson Davis right up the middle behind Seth Adams, the center, and Mark Dravius Flagg, who comes in. He does that little hitch right up the middle, gives you an extra blocker up the middle, and Jackson Davis just follows them up right down the middle. Be second down and a long 2. We heard some whistle blown, so Lamar County is going to call a timeout.
They call their second timeout of the first half. We take one as well. Tied up at 14. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
When a put up with 12 men on the field, it means somebody forgot to double check. And when you end up paying more for your car insurance than you need, it could also mean somebody forgot to double check. That's why State Farm will do a free discount double check by going. Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back. 14-14 is your score. The Troup High School Tigers are driving. We'll have some of the band coming up for you at halftime. We've got a few stories for you from folks that I was able to talk to. We've got some updates of scores. The LaGrange High School Grangers with Coach Steve Pardue coming back to Callaway Stadium with East Coweta. That'll be, I'm sure, an interesting ball game down there in LaGrange, Georgia. Callaway won last night. So it's a lot of high school football going on. LaGrange College back in LaGrange. They'll be at Callaway Stadium tomorrow night, an evening game for them. So that'll be a lot of fun as well. They put a man in motion from the far side. Little razzle-dazzle in the backfield. We're going to hand the ball off, going back to the right, down to the 20. Another first down for the Troup High School Tigers.
Cameron Russell off the right side by a handoff from Montez Crow. He pulls up behind Keyshawn Cameron and Mark Dravius Flagg on that side and really able to push the ball down for another 12-yard gain. First down on the 19.5-yard line. Quickly
back to the line of scrimmage. Montez fakes the handoff. They jump on our back as we're trying to catch it. That's almost pass interference. They're going to give it to him, but we get a catch at the 15.
Ken Truitt comes in from a slot position, what I call a skinny post, where he just steps in, cuts it hard inside. He picks up 7 yards. It'll be second down and 3 as the ball's resting on the 14-yard line.
Quickly back to the line of scrimmage of the Tigers. We're not giving the folks from Lamar County any time to take a breath.
They've been working on this hurry-up offense all week long, really the last 2 weeks, and right now it looks like it's doing well.
We'll toss it, going around the left side. A lot of blocking out there. Get the 10. Still fighting down to the 5. That's going to be a first and goal from the 4-yard line.
Cameron Russell would not be denied. He got hit at the 8. He got hit at the 7. He got hit at the 5, and he moves forward to the 4-yard line. He'll take a break as Jackson Davis will check in for him in the backfield. The Tigers inside the 5-yard line, down to the 4s. They're up to snap again.
Crow takes the snap. Going to ride his tailback down the right side, looking for the call.
Jackson Davis up the middle. He gets down to the half-yard line, Jackson is really wanting that. He wants us. He's quickly up back. Says, please, coach, don't bring Cameron in. I want to run the football this time. Montez Crow settling Jackson down. Jackson's looking at the sideline saying, all right, call me, coach. I want it right up the middle. Second down and goal from the yard line, Jack.
Montez waiting for it. Waiting for them to whistle this in. Here we go. There's the snap. Hands the ball off. Going around the right side. Touchdown, Tigers!
Jackson Davis says, thank you, coach. Finally, I get a touchdown after the first game of the year where he goes in on the first running play of the year. Now he comes back and scores a touchdown for the Tigers with, what do we got, 3 minutes and 59 seconds.
3:59, yep.
The Tigers go up in a back-and-forth ball game, Jack. What an exciting second quarter. What an exciting first half as the Tigers are up 20-14, awaiting Carson Rayford's PAT.
Calls for it. Snap. Hold. Kick is up. And the kick is good. 21-14. We keep going back and forth. Love it, love it, love it. As long as we're on top. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
3 scores in this second quarter of play. I mentioned that I wanted the second quarter to be exciting. The Tigers scored. The folks from Lamar County, the Trojans scored. Now the Tigers have scored again. 21-14 is your score as they lead right now with 3:59 left to go in the first half of play. Rayford steps up, gets the kick. High kick, deep. He's going to catch it, stays in. Up to the 5, 10, 15. We get around his ankles. He's going to get across the 20 to the 23-yard line. Not too bad a coverage, but, man, inches away from stepping out of bounds.
It's funny that you say that, Jack. You and I were both looking. Now, of course, the side judge was right there on it, but I promise you he wasn't more than a couple of inches from being on that sideline, and that would have been at the 1-yard line. As it stands out, he makes it all the way back out to the 24-yard line. Still good coverage by the Tigers because it was kind of a line drive kick. So anytime you get a line drive kick, you got to chase it real hard. So the Tigers stand up on defense now as the Trojans start 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line.
Empty backfield for the quarterback, Malik Collier. There's the snap. Not a big rush. He's got a lot of time back there. Throws across the middle. Ooh. Almost caught. But it's going to fall incomplete. Good coverage by the Tigers.
Senior Jack Schweitzer is just following their number 5 wideout, and by the time the ball was thrown, Jack converged on it. Excellent coverage by Schweitzer on that play, holding them down to incomplete pat. The clock will stop with 3 minutes and 47 seconds left. Troup 21, Lamar County 14 in the second quarter.
2nd and 10 for the Troup High School Tigers. Quarterback Collier will have one back of the backfield, twins to the left and right. They'll send the wide out a little bit farther to the far side on the left. There's the snap. Quarterback's going to roll, looking, going to throw a quick out. He'll get about 2 yards up the field. We had him down. He pops up, going to go out of bounds. He'll pick up an extra 2 or 3 yards across the 30 to the 31.5.
It looks like number 4 for the Tigers.
Schweitzer?
Nah, yeah, it could have been. Actually, Ken Truitt from his cornerback position had him. You're right, Jack. Had him about a yard lost. He's able to slip out of Ken's grass, pick up another couple. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Trojans. So big play here by the Tigers here, trying to keep them out of this conversion setup.
They're going to pass the ball again. Quarterback's back up. He's hit as he throws the ball. Incomplete. Well, he paid for that pass, though.
Jared Lane all over him from his inside linebacker position. If he'd have reacted just a step quicker, he would have sacked him 5-6 yards deep. But as it turns out, he hits him about the time he throws it. So good job, Jared Lane.
Jared wanted to make sure nobody called him for a penalty. So he pops up, runs back around, and gets behind the line of scrimmage really quick.
That was an excellent play. Excellent call by Alma on the defensive side of the ball there. So 4th down for the Lamar County Trojans with 3:33 left until halftime. They'll have to punt the ball away. Chance Hill's back on the Tigers' 33-yard line.
They have punted the ball well in this contest. There's a snap. Steps up, gets the kickoff. We catch it up to the 40, to the 40, at the 44-yard line, about a 5-yard return. And that's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10.
All right, there's going to be a flag on the play, and what's going to happen, they're going to call a horse collar tackle. Because I was going to say that, but I didn't see any flags happen. You had stripes all over the play, and the umpire from way back here tossed a long bomb with his yellow flag, and that's what he's indicating.
He did grab it from around the head and shoulders, that's for sure.
He's actually coming back and telling the guy, said, look, man, that was a horse collar. And he's talking to him all the way back from the 40-yard line of the Trojans all the way across to the 44-yard line of the Tigers. And he says, well, I'm the white cap. And that's what they're calling. Face mask, horse collar, and they're going to mark off 15 in addition to that.
So that's a big play for the Tigers. How awesome would it be to put another score on the board before we go into halftime?
And guess who gets the ball back in the second half?
The Troup High School Tigers.
You know, we talked about that big mo happening for the Tigers at the end of the second quarter. What you'd love to do is score within 3 minutes, and we may be within 3 minutes. And if we can score and keep Lamar County at bay, then we turn around in the second half and receive the kickoff. So we keep that momentum on our side.
Here's a stat for you, Greg. That's the first penalty of this ball game.
You know, it has been a very quick, good play game for both teams.
Montez going to throw the ball. Actually, falls incomplete, almost intercepted.
Wow. I tell you what, he had it all intended for Colby Hudson, and he was from the little short linebacker, number 17, doesn't look like he's 5'8" maybe, and he just jumped up and tipped it, and as he was falling down, it looked like it was going to fall right in his hands, and 4 inches out of his reach, it falls on the turf. So the Tigers get a lucky break on that one. They'll be able to play a second down here, 2nd and 10.
They hand the ball off. They're going to almost get us. We get across the 40, down to looks like maybe a hold against us, Greg.
I don't know. Cameron Russell had the ball. He goes out. He goes outside, and we may get a little face mask again. It's hard to say. It could, well, he may indicate holding, but gosh, it sure did look like he was throwing the flag on the tackle. But let's see. That's right. That's what I thought.
Good job, Greg.
So it'll be face mask against Lamar County. So we go almost 2 full quarters with no penalties, and now within 3 plays we get 2 penalties apiece from Lamar County, and the coaches are out there arguing a point. But I could see it from here. You could see Cameron's head as he grabs him when the helmet reacts, goes straight down real quick. You kind of got to assume that that's going to be face mask, and that's exactly what it was. It was a 5-yard face mask penalty. That'll move the ball up to the Trojan 35. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Tigers. Actually, 2nd and 3.
Low snap. We hand the ball off into the line. And we're going to be awful close to a first down, Greg, depending on where they spot it.
I was motioned first down in front of you, Jack, and I really thought it was a first down, but they're going to give him forward progress. It'll be 3rd down in inches for the Tigers.
For the Trojans, number 7, Greg Boggs.
Hey, buddy.
Johnny Hurd and his staff
Trinity
up
Pike.
Here. Trinity helping him out there. 3rd down and 1. Yep. So here we go.
I'm sorry, 21-14 as the Tigers approach the line.
Crow goes under center. Backs up in the I formation. Hands the ball off to his tailback. He hits, drives. Do they stop us or we get it?
They're marking him across the line. It looks like it's forward progress. They're going to give us a first down.
Yep. They stop the clock. Yeah, that is a first down. He's got a right foot spot right at the 30-yard line.
Well, Coach Glisson had already called it, so they're going to move the change. Glisson was over there on the spot, and so they'll move the change. You're right, Jack. The ball's on the 31-yard line of the Lamar County Trojans. The clock's ticking. 2:12, 2:11, 2:10. Troup County Tigers 21, Lamar County Trojans 14. And we talked earlier, if the Tigers could score inside of this 3-minute mark, we'll get the ball back starting the second half as well.
Montez going to pitch it out to the right side. Cam Russell fights his way down to the 20, going to be knocked out of bounds. Wow.
And there comes another flag.
That's a late throw out. He had him out of bounds, and he kind of a hip check brought him over, kind of a wrestling move.
I was going to say it looks like a hip toss, wrestling move. Cameron Russell threaded the needle. If you see this, Jack, I thought he was going to be hit with about a 2-yard gain maybe, and he just snuck right through 2 defenders.
Found a seam there, yep.
Yeah, and just popped it on out there for really, he was already got a first down. The Trojan defender had him out of bounds and just threw him over, like just somersaulted him over, and that's going to add up. It may be halfway to the goal as they're going to move closer. They're going to spot it on the 9-yard line.
So 1st and goal from the 9. Wow.
Now he was tackled out of bounds, so the clock stopped with 1:53. Troup 21, Lamar County 14.
We're right back up to the line of scrimmage. Montez takes it, hands the ball off. We're down to the 5. We continue to fight our way down there. And that's Jackson one more time in there, the ball carrier.
Jackson Davis, you got his number, and I think he told the coach, when we're inside that 10-yard line, you give me the football. He said, Cameron got us there, let me score. But he's taking that football and just ramming it. He's a little heavier than Cameron, maybe an inch taller. That's about all, but he's probably got a little bit more leg strength.
I'm watching him through the binoculars too, Greg, and what he does well is hold onto that ball. He's got both arms on it. He's laying over. He's making sure nobody's going to knock that thing out as he goes through the line of scrimmage.
A minute 20, clock ticking. Would it be nice if the Tigers could score inside the 5-yard line?
Montez going to keep it down to the 5, fights his way down. He's down to the 1.
He may have gotten in.
Wait to see, looking for the indication.
Oh, it's going to take forever.
They mark him down at the 1. Down at the 1-yard line. So,
Montez wanted that, Jack. He saw it. He took off. He snuck down. We thought that long frame he could get in, but they're going to mark him inside the 1 as the clock continues to tick. Inside a minute now with 50 seconds to go. Troup 21, Lamar 14.
It's on the 1.5-yard line.
We've not used any timeouts yet. We still have all our 3 timeouts if we needed to use them.
And here comes the timeout by Lamar County.
That'll be their last timeout of the quarter, so I'm glad somebody called timeout. I needed a break.
They take a timeout. We take one as well. 30 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Well, Greg and I are about as fired up as we've been in the ballgame in a long time. The Tigers have the opportunity to go up by 2 touchdowns. As the clock ticks down, it is at 39 seconds left to go. We're leading 21-14. Ball rests on the 1.5-yard line. 3rd and goal from there.
Lamar County's just breaking their sideline huddle. The Tigers are already out. They're eager. I see Dre Flagg as a fullback. He's going to be the leading blocker. It looks like Jackson Davis will be the tailback in a power eye set situation. Every Tiger on the other side. The stands are absolutely packed. Man, congratulations. I can't thank you fans enough for traveling. Every Tiger fan is on their feet. This is exciting times, guys.
Crow goes under center. I formation behind him. He'll take the snap. Turn. Hand the ball off to his tailback. They bump us. He's going to fight. The pile moves. They're going to keep us out.
They're going to give him to the 1-inch line, guys.
Yep, he got just there.
All right, the Tigers are going to wind up having to call a timeout. 25 seconds left. The coaches have got to decide. You got all 3 of them, so you might well think about it. We'll see what the coach is going to do. They're going to no sense in being in a hurry. It is 4th down, so they got to think about what do you want to do. 1
down to go. They're going to let it tick down, and they're going to call a timeout.
Yep, Coach Glisson's already handed the headsets to one of the assistants. He's going to come out and wait. He's telling the white hat, call a timeout with 2 seconds left.
Woo! They take a timeout. We take one as well. One more back to the session. 30 seconds. We hope to bring you back and give you a touchdown on Eagle Sports.
Hi, friends. Just like to hear with Kia of LaGrange. Our game plan is set, and our 16-model Kia's got to go to make room for the 17 models that are arriving daily. This means extra savings for you for all our 16 models. Right now, you can take home a 16 Kia Optima LX for as low as $19,900. With prices like this, they won't last long. Hurry to 1217 Lafayette Parkway and let our Star Savings team help you get in the Kia of your dreams. Check us out online at KiaofLaGrange.com to help support your local economy.
Price plus tax, tag, and title. Stock number 19112.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
So a huge play here, 21-14 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. They're looking at 4th and inches.
Carson Rayford was on the sideline, Jack, just then. He was kicking, going through the motions to telling the folks we're going to go ahead and try for the field goal. But as you and I said, what I asked you, Jack, what would you do? And you said, I'd take Montez, a quarterback sneak, and have Dre Flagg push him up the middle.
They're going to pinch inside. Flagg goes to the quarterback sneak, goes across. Touchdown, Tigers!
Just as you call it, Jack, I believe Coach Glisson heard you from the booth, baby. Take a step to the left, boom, touch it up. I saw Dre Flagg hit him in the back, take Crow and push him through the end zone behind big Seth Adam, Ethan Short, Cameron, Keyshawn Cameron, and the rest of the crew. Man, great job. I said score within 3 minutes. They took it all the way down. There's no timeouts left. Carson Rayford comes in for the PAT.
Awesome job by the offense. Great job by that offensive coaching staff. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good.
28-14. Tigers go out on a big momentum, and guess who gets the ball back when we come back? Woo! That'd be
Troup High School Tigers. That's awesome.
As Coach Smith comes off the roof, he's going down. He's excited. The Tiger fans, they're excited across the way. What a heck of a first half. Exciting for all the fans. I don't care what color you're wearing tonight.
I'll tell you what's also awesome is the way that Coach played that, taking it down to the 2-second mark. We run the play. That's it. That's all the time, untimed down to kick the extra point, and there's no answer on the part of Lamar County. In fact, there'll be no answer until they get the chance to get the ball in the second half.
That's right.
We're going to take a break, catch our breath. It's 28-14 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. We're going to hear the Troup High School Tiger marching band in just a moment, tell you some things going on here, and give you some scores from around the area. But right now, you're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Russ Brown, owner of LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental, has all the tools and equipment handymen and contractors need in our area. And if you're planning a wedding, party, tailgate, reunion, or corporate event, LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental has you covered. Like them on Facebook and see all the particulars they offer. Plus, they're open Monday through Saturday. LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental, Greenville Street, LaGrange, next to CVS Pharmacy. Phone 706-882-8665. That's 706-882-8665. LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service. Bravo! It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way, by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Some might call that old school. But then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Wow. Welcome back to Barnesville, Georgia, 55 miles from Troup High School. And you guys, wow, what a great bunch of fans that came over tonight. Just packed the visitor stands, and the home side stands are packed. What a gorgeous facility. And if you've been listening to us on the radio, you certainly know what kind of action we've had this entire first half of this football game. 28-14, your Tigers are up over the Trojans of Lamar County. And we scored with no time left on the clock. Coach Glisson decided to let it run down to 2 seconds, calls a timeout, thinks about it, and says, you know, we're going to go. We got the ball coming back in the second half. We're going to go with a quarterback sneak. I guess he heard us talking on off the air. I think they got our mics checked out here, Thomas. Is it every time Jack and I are talking about a play, it seems like they're going to run the same play we talk about. Sure enough, Montez takes the snap, and Dre Flagg from his fullback position comes up behind Montez and just helps push him into the end zone behind Seth Adams and Keyshawn Cameron and Ethan Short, and push him into the end zone for a Tiger touchdown. And we go away with Carson Rayford kicking the PAT, making us go up 2 touchdowns. And what's exciting, we hopefully will get to capitalize on that big momentum as we get the ball to start the second half of play. Wow, I tell you what, Jack's going to take a short break. I'm Greg Hicks, your host right now, and what an exciting half of play. Lamar County came out and had 2 tough ball games before us in Jackson and Mary Persons, and just looking at them in the pregame warm-up, these guys really are man for man, probably a little bit bigger than we are across both the defensive line and the offensive front line, and they've been able to run the ball a few times against us, but they've really tried to pass the ball, probably more of a 70-30 ratio. And kudos to Alba's defense is that he's got these guys keyed in. We've got excellent coverage right now tonight. And be interested to see what kind of adjustments Lamar County makes at halftime. And when you're going up, when you're up at halftime, the coaches go in and you want to talk about all the good things, but you've also got to think about what you need to be on the lookout for, some adjustments that they may make. Speaking of adjustments, we're going to take a short adjustment break and let you guys listen to some of our guys that pay the bills around here. You're listening to Troup High Tiger Football with your score right now, Troup High 28, Lamar County 14. We'll be right back.
Hi, friends. Just like to hear with Kia of LaGrange. Our game plan is set, and our 16-model Kia's got to go to make room for the 17 models that are arriving daily. This means extra savings for you for all our 16 models. Right now, you can take home a 16 Kia Optima LX for as low as $19,900. With prices like this, they won't last long. Hurry to 1217 Lafayette Parkway and let our Star Savings team help you get in the Kia of your dreams. Check us out online at KiaofLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Price plus tax, tag, and title. Stock number 19112.
Tara, are you okay?
Yes, I can't believe you found me. I have car trouble and there you are.
Yeah, that's State Farm's 24/7 access.
It's like we have this mental telepathy, you know?
Well, you did start filing your claim with your mobile device. You can access State Farm on your phone, online, even in person at one of the 18,000 neighborhood
State Farm offices. See, mental telepathy.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Connect telepathically with Agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange. Have you gotten your flu shot? Now is the time. Holmes Pharmacy is the place to get your flu shot. And if you have insurance, it could be free. So don't wait. Drive right up to Holmes Pharmacy and get your flu shot today at Commerce Avenue in LaGrange or in Hamilton. And if your doctor feels you need a high-dose flu shot, Holmes Pharmacy has you covered.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Now back to more Troup Tiger Football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
As we're back here at Barnesville, Georgia, just a few miles from Troup County, and you guys that travel with us, thank you very much. I just posted something on the Troup High Touchdown Club's Facebook page. You guys go check it out if you're not here and just see the tremendous fan support. And that's what Coach Glisson and I were talking about on last Saturday's radio show. We wanted to thank the fans for turning out locally, and here's our first at home field. We wanted to travel well to Barnesville. We talked about that on a TV show Saturday morning as well, and it must have hit home because you guys came in abundance, and you've not witnessed a bad game. You've been excited about a really, really fun football game this first half as your Tigers are up 28-14 over these Trojans, and fans have been watching you. You've been on your feet a large part of the action, Jack. Oh, my bad.
It's okay. Cut my mic up
Turn
there.
you up.
But they really have. We have Trinity Pike and the man of the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band, Johnny Hurd, joining me. Greg, you want to play around with the microphone? Let me talk to Johnny real quick as I catch my breath.
Thanks, Greg.
But Johnny coming up here, their band had a chance to get on the field and continue to add to their show. A crazy little thing called Love there at the end. Very nice. You love it when you're out there and you hear the people singing along with the marching band.
I was singing tonight, Jack.
The marching band for the marching Trojans across the way. An interesting uniform choice. Got the camo pants, the camo hat. Kind of a neat summer style, I guess.
It is very militant, but I think they're ready to get out there and to have some fun. Judging by what they've been doing in the stands, they seem to be a pretty high-energy marching band. The drum major's out there in the middle of the field showing his moves right now and his flexibility.
Oh, wow.
Very, very impressive.
That hurts me right there as he falls down the crowd. You're right. They're right outside our window here. Have been energizing their crowd. But tell you what, the Troup High School Tigers have done a tremendous job in this contest so far, leading here at halftime, 28-14. We had talked to Greg and I about how the first and fourth quarter have been our friends, but we actually did a great job in the second quarter of this ball game.
Man, I really enjoyed the second quarter. I hate that about half of the second quarter we're down getting ready for a halftime because vantage point isn't quite as good as it is in the stands, but man, it's been nice to see the Tigers moving up the field. Just some high energy. Man, it's it's nice to see them airing it out.
Well, I'm very, very proud of the team. And just a quick score, Chapel Hill leading Stars Mill 13-7.
That's a surprise.
That's a big surprise there. For Stars Mill has been a big, big team. In fact, we've been reading about them in the Atlanta Journal all week long. And that's a very much of a surprise. What's not a surprise, though, is the excellence on the field by the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band, Johnny. And y'all, of course, will be working through the season to be such an integral part of lifting these Tigers up, playing on the sideline. And we have traveled so very well tonight, both the band parents and the football parents across the way.
We've filled it up tonight.
Yep.
That's not the biggest of visitor stands, but it is sure nice to look across the field and see that there's not room for another family to sit over there tonight. And I like that. It makes the band pumped up. We've got the cheerleaders right there in front of us. The cheerleaders putting out a lot of sound. Man, they've done a lot of work. I really like to see them and support what they're doing, too. They've got great things going on over there.
Miss Amelia Key has been leading that program for quite a while, and actually a great friend of my wife's from college. They went to college together over at Mercer, and we're just about as close as being roommates because they spent so much time together in college. And, in fact, she was in our wedding. So know her for quite a while.
Always be nice to her.
Yeah, well, yeah. Be nice to anybody that your wife is friends with. I think that's an important lesson.
You have learned well.
Yes, I have, Padawan. We're going to take a break now, and we come back. I've got some highlights for you for the first half. I appreciate Johnny joining us. Johnny, we're going to have to get Trinity to talk sometime. I have never actually seen his mouth move from inside the beard. But it would be interesting to see.
I let him finish off the announcement tonight.
Oh,
so
wow. Okay, I
gave
him
a turn, yeah.
That's awesome. Well, we'll get him on the radio next week.
Sounds great.
All right. Well, I've been talking with the band director of the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band, Johnny Hurd. We appreciate you joining us here as the Tigers are leading 28-14 here in Lamar County on Eagle Sports.
Calling all area coaches. Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales today at 706-884-5592. Call Coach Jeter or Greg Hicks. Calling all area coaches. Mud Creek Team Sales with all your sporting goods. Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Russell. Mud Creek Team Sales, a proud sponsor of today's game.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Introducing the most valuable provider, your nationally ranked WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Ranked a top 100 large community hospital by Troup Health Analytics. Named a top 100 great community hospital by Becker's Hospital Review. Rated top 100 in medical excellence and patient safety by CareChecks. WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Award-winning healthcare right here in LaGrange. To learn more, visit wellstar.org/WGMC. We believe in life well lived.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now, back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Moore and Greg Hicks, and Greg's down there trying to get his radio working. Greg, can you hear me? Up a little bit. I heard something pop on. We'll try to get Greg in. Greg, just talk anytime you want to down there. I've got your mic turned up if you happen to. I hear it trying to come in. He's playing around with it. But I'm going to take you through some highlights here. Our guys back at the station, Derek has done a great job of breaking those down. And let's talk about some of the highlights. The Tigers in the first quarter play jumped out to a lead as we had another big play by Kobe Hudson. Pro takes a snap, hands the ball again, actually fakes it, throws it down towards the end. We make the catch into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
4 games in a row, Kobe Hudson goes up on a nice little fade route on the sidelines from Montez Crow. You couldn't ask for a better pitch. Tossed it over the cornerback's head. Hudson waited to the last second, jumps up,
perfect jump,
brings it in a 2-yard line, and puts it in the corner of the pylon. Touchdown, Tigers.
Carson Rayford would tip the point after touchdown. It would go in. 7-0 would be our score. So real proud of the opportunities that we had there in the first quarter. Now the Trojans would come back. They put points on the board with 4:51. It was 7-7. Back and forth. We got. They punted the ball. We punted the ball. But Carson Rayford, his last punt of the first quarter, pinned them so far deep down to the 2-yard line, they couldn't really move the ball out. They punted the ball and gave it to us on about the 45-yard line. We began a drive there that culminated in a Montez Crow touchdown. Crow back under center, I formation behind him. Takes a snap, snaps back, hands the ball off. We fight. No, Crow kept it. He goes around the right side, dives into the end zone, touchdown, Tigers!
Man, he fooled me as well. I thought Dre Flack was blocking up the middle, which he was, but Crow had pulled it. Goes around the right corner, and he dives sideways in the end zone.
And he went into the end zone and put that touchdown. So 14-7 was our score. Greg, is that you?
That's me.
There he is, man. We're talking about these highlights. We were tied. We were up 14-7. Tell you what, they came right back 14-14 with 6:32. But still, the Tigers were not done as Cam Russell had a great return from the 2 up to the 47. We drive the ball down, got first and goal from the 4, and Jackson Davis would not be denied. There's the snap. Hands the ball off, going around the right side. Touchdown, Tigers!
Jackson Davis says, thank you, Coach. Finally, I get a touchdown. After the first game of the year where he goes in on the first running play of the year, now he comes back and scores a touchdown for the Tigers with, what do we got, 3 minutes and 59 seconds?
3:59, yep.
The Tigers go up in a back-and-forth ball game, Jack. What an exciting second quarter. What an exciting first half as the Tigers are up 20-14.
That's exactly what it was, 3:59, 21-14. We were excited. We knew we were getting the ball back when we came back from halftime, but we still wanted to stop their offense, who had been very prolific, moved the ball, answered every time we scored. We didn't want them answering it against. We stopped them 3 and out real quick. We got the ball with less than 2:50 left to go, and tell you what, the Tigers drove it down to a 4th and 1/2 yard, and we put it in the end zone. They're going to pinch inside. Flag goes to the quarterback sneak, goes across. Touchdown, Tigers!
Just as you call it, Jack, I believe Coach Glisson heard you from the booth, baby. Take a step to the left, boom, touch it up. I saw Dre Flack hit him in the back, take Crow and push him through the end zone behind big Seth Adam, Ethan Short, Cameron, Keyshawn Cameron, and the rest of the crew. Man, great job. I said score within 3 minutes. They took it all the way down. There's no timeouts left. Carson Rayford comes in for the PAT.
Greg, I've got you down there. Listen, one of the things that you and I talked about before we came into our halftime show is what a smart move Coach Glisson did of letting the clock run down to 2 seconds. We ran the play, got the touchdown, and there was no answering it in the first half.
You know, he played that just right. You know, he waited till he had all 3 of his timeouts left. Lamar County had just previously called a timeout. They had used all theirs. He waited till 2.6 seconds, called a timeout. No question what he was going to do. Carson Rayford's kind of out on the hash marks or on the numbers, kind of going through his kicking motion, making the fans think, yeah, we're going to go for the field goal. And then all of a sudden they run back out with a 1/2 yard to go. You called it, quarterback sneak, pushed him up in the end zone, touchdown Tigers, no timeouts left. Tigers up 28-14, and we get the ball back in the second half.
Super exciting ball game. Glad you're with us tonight. We're going to take another break back to the station. When we come back, we'll talk about the second half of play and what we can expect live here from Lamar County as the Troup High School Tigers are leading right now 28-14 on Eagle Sports.
Have you gotten your flu shot? Now is the time. Holmes Pharmacy is the place to get your flu shot. And if you have insurance, it could be free. So don't wait. Drive right up to Holmes Pharmacy and get your flu shot today at Commerce Avenue in LaGrange or in Hamilton. And if your doctor feels you need a high-dose flu shot, Holmes Pharmacy has you covered.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Hi, friends. Just like to hear with Kia of LaGrange. Our game plan is set, and our 16-model Kia's got to go to make room for the 17 models that are arriving daily. This means extra savings for you for all our 16 models. Right now, you can take home a 16 Kia Optima LX for as low as $19,900. With prices like this, they won't last long. Hurry to 1217 Lafayette Parkway and let our Star Savings team help you get in the Kia of your dreams. Check us out online at KiaofLaGrange.com to help support your local economy.
Price plus tax, tag, and title. Stock number 19112.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, But your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years. And how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 1240 AM LaGrange and W245AW 96.9 FM LaGrange. The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM 1240 AM and online at Eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks down on the field, and real proud of the Tigers as they're leading, as we mentioned, 28-14 as we're getting ready to close out halftime. We got the teams down the field getting warmed up. I got you, Greg. I hear you.
I know Coach Glisson wants to get back with the team, but just real quickly, Coach, we just talked about quick, like what an exciting first half, and you waited just to the last 2 seconds. Tell us your strategy on that, Coach.
Well, it was a good first half. We still got 2 more quarters to play. That last play, it was 4th and goal from the 1. I wanted it to be the last play of the half no matter what, good, bad, or ugly. I was kind of indecisive whether I was going to kick the field goal or go for it, and Coach Holt taught me into going for it, and that gives us that 14-point cushion, which is nice.
And glad we get the ball back. Good job, Coach. Good luck second half. All right, there you have it. He kind of told us his strategy. Of course, I picked at him. I said, you sure are letting Coach Holt talk you in a lot of plays lately.
I tell you what, he's got some swampland down in Arizona he wants to sell him to, I hear. So Coach Holt could talk him into just about anything at this point because it's been successful, and that's the big thing. Greg, I want to tell you about a few scores going on. Of course, last night Callaway took on Columbus. They won that ball game very soundly, 28-7. Harris County beat Shaw 49-26. So Harris County really coming on, doing a good job. We faced them in the preseason. Some scores from around our region. Cartersville leading Westlake 17-0. Cedartown trailing Pepperell 13-7. You mentioned Chapel Hill leading Stars Mill 13-7. They're at Chapel Hill. East Coweta all over LaGrange right now, 21-0. Coach Steve Pardue at East Coweta, of course, was with LaGrange High for so long. He's back in town. He's right now defeating the Grangers 21-0. Morrow right now trailing Sandy Creek 48-0. Sandy Creek answering the bell. I think it's they're at Sandy Creek, and I think it's all of the great new graphics that have been placed up there by Mud Creek. They're really inspiring the Sandy Creek guys up there. And then, of course, the Troup High School Tigers leading 28-14 here in Lamar County. And, Greg, we're going to keep you here and continue to talk about this in this second half. What I've really enjoyed is, one, we've got a back-to-back set of quarters that we've played well with, but also what a great balance that the Coach Holt has done with our offense. We're throwing the ball a little bit. We're throwing the long ball, throwing the intermittent pass, the quick outs across the middle. Almost look like a tight end dump. You're calling the little stab pass. Our defense has played well. They've adjusted to both the pass. We got guys back in almost a prevent defense. It was just a 3-man front. We're containing that quarterback, but then when they run the ball, we've done a better job, especially in the second quarter, of corralling their tailbacks in. So really a balanced attack by the Troup High School Tigers.
Well, and Coach Alba's got that defense rocking too. I congratulated him as he was coming back out for the second half. But pass coverage has been tremendous tonight. They were able to break open 2 or 3 pretty long runs. When I say long runs, 14, 15 yards. But beyond that, the defense has really held them in check. And then we talk about the special teams and the kicking game. Carson Rayford has put it in the end zone every time except one. And what a coffin corner kick to really set up the defense to hold them and the offense to come back on the 25-yard lines, and 4 plays later put it into the end zone. So the kicking game has been tremendous too the first half.
Yeah, really, really proud of the boys down there. Great job of the band, our cheerleaders, just everybody just being part of the Glisson mission to continue to win in this season. So got another half to play. It's important that we don't get ahead of ourselves. We are up by a nice cushion of 2 touchdowns, but we want to continue that adrenaline rush of having the ball, moving the ball up and down the field. Let's take another break right now. We come back. We got kickoff for the third quarter of play here from Lamar County on Eagle Sports.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9, or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships. There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. I don't want to minimize what we were saying earlier, that this is a great crowd on the part of the Troup High School Tigers. They brought a great group over here to Lamar County as they're going to kick the ball off to us, end over end. Will bounce into the end zone. We'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. But, Greg, there's a tremendous crowd. They're all up on their feet. They're supporting this team in such a special way. A good crowd on the other side with the Lamar County Trojans. I was talking with one of their school board members earlier, and I meant to mention this at halftime, and he said that they know the Glissons very well. In fact, Coach Glisson actually interviewed for the head coaching job here in Lamar County a few years back. And also, his father used to be the transportation director here in Lamar County. So the Glissons are well known here in this area.
Small world, I tell you what. When you venture outside of our little 50-mile radius, you never know who knows you.
That can be good and bad.
Top 100 large community hospital by
We're going to continue to talk as we are streaming. Our streaming folks are still there. We've had a little problem with the radio side. And off in the line, finding our way up. Greg, we're going to get about 4, maybe 5 yards on that one.
Georgia Medical Center, award-winning healthcare right here in LaGrange. To learn more, visit wellstar.org.
Seth Adams, a little high snap, but I'm sure they talked about that during halftime.
Well lived.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Tigers have the ball on the 24-yard line, 2nd down and 6 for them. Twin to this near side, a wing to this near side. Montez Crow talking to his offense, making a few changes there. Takes the snap, hands the ball off quickly. Falling behind the blocks are the Tigers. Getting up close to a first down. He's got to cross the 30. Looks like he marks it there. Yep, a first down for the Troup High School Tigers.
Nice little run-off left tackle behind Dre Flagg, who was in his H-back position, along with Keyshawn Cameron making his way up. Cameron Russell took the ball, cut it up the middle, picked up 8 yards for a first down Tiger just across the 30-yard line. Well, I want to thank Coleman Weiss and investment in his new technology. I'm down a mile away on the visitor sideline, down here on about the 7 or 8 yard line, and coming in crystal clear. I mean, I'm really impressed with the audio tonight.
Every once in a while, Coleman does something awesome, like marry his wife. I mean, that was the last, I think, big thing, but that's okay. Hopefully he won't hear that till later. Montez fakes the handoff, passes out to Chance Hill. Chance with another first down across the 40, down to the 42-yard line.
Okay, so the side judge likes us because all of the coaches on Troup side saying, please, Ken Truitt, do not touch him. And he kind of gave him a little love tap in the back with his hands. They did not call blocking the back. They probably could have. They're probably telling the coach, hey, you remember that one.
Yeah. Hopefully you won't get that one back.
I agree.
Ball rests now right at the 45-yard line. Two-man backfield for the Tigers. Twins to this near side. Wing to the left. Montez calls for it. Fakes the handoff. Going to throw the ball airing out down the field. He's got a man wide open. There's the catch. It's Kobe Hudson. Still on his feet. Knocked down at the 15-yard line. First down for the Troup High School Tigers.
You know, Jack, they had set it up, run. And Kobe had kind of fallen asleep out there as far as the cornerback goes. And, wow, he fakes a dive off to the right, turns and looks, and throws it out to Kobe on a 45-yard pass and catch and run, and first down Tigers inside the 20-yard line.
3 first downs already in this drive as the Tigers march the ball down the field. We're leading 28-14 and trying to put more points on the board. Ball rests on the 15-yard line. Crow takes the snap, a little bit low this time, Rides his tailback in. Who finds the same to the 10. 5. Touchdown, Tigers.
Excellent job. Cameron Russell takes it off left tackle, turns the corner into the end zone for touchdown. Good job by the Troup offensive line and Coach Holt, and a great offensive series play calls that time.
So here comes Carson Rayford on to attempt the point after touchdown. And some people beginning to leave the stands here on the Lamar County side.
With 10-18 on Troup's first drive. You talking about capitalizing on momentum. We going in to the halftime with no time on the clock. Score a touchdown, kick the PAT, come out in our first initial possession. That's what I'm talking about when you capitalize on momentum.
Rayford stands ready to attempt the point after touchdown. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. He's perfect on the night, Greg. 10-18 left to go in the third quarter of play. 34-14 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
State Farm, this is Gwen.
Salutations, Gwen. I have car insurance, but I want to protect the rest of the stuff in my apartment. Some of my action figures were ruined recently.
We can add a renter's policy. For the cost of one action figure, we can protect your entire army of action figures against fire, theft, burst pipes.
Great! You have no idea how hard it is untangling wet alien hair.
Add renter's insurance to your auto policy and get to a better state. State Farm.
For a money-saving way to protect your possessions, call Agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
So with 10 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in the third quarter play, the Troup High School Tigers are leading this one 35-14. And the Glisson mission continues. There's the kick. Carson Rayford, big booming kick. He'll go into the end zone, and there'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 20 once again. And I think all but one of his, Greg, have gone into the end zone tonight.
All but one, you're right, and that was a yard deep, but all it takes is crossing the end line or the goal line, and sure enough. But, you know, I'm looking at the coverage, and the coverage, as soon as he caught the ball, we were already down at the 20, 22-yard line. So, again, what I'm liking on that is that had he returned it, we would have hopefully caught him inside the 15-yard line, which is really an excellent return or excellent coverage. But, again, truth's in the pudding is when he does get an opportunity to return the ball as the Tigers come out on defense.
Ball rests at the 20, and here they come. There's a snap. Handoff into the line. We hit him initially, but he's a slippery little guy as he gets another 4 or 5 yards up the field to the 25.
Will Horton actually on the stop. It's really not Will Horton. I've got to get the name of that because Will's not wearing this 31 tonight. But good job by the Tigers defense as they pick up 4 that time. But again,
they're going to pass the ball, looking downfield. Lots of time. He's going to roll out to this near side. We're going to collapse on him. He airs it out. He's got a man almost picked off by the Tigers at the 45-yard line, but he throws it out of bounds. Kobe Hudson back there trying to make something spectacular happen on the defensive side too.
Well, you mentioned Kobe Hudson. He took a dive like he was going out for an offensive pass. Had he caught it, he would have been out of bounds. But you got to give him credit for. And again, fans, if you really hadn't thought about it, Kobe Hudson is simply a 9th grader. And if you've never seen him play, you've never seen these Tigers play, I'd encourage you to come on out. They're a 180-degree team from where we were last year. Just the excitement level, the confidence that's building up in these guys. They're just really starting to be exciting to see. So if you haven't come out to see us, you need to come on out.
3-man rush for the Tigers. The quarterback is by himself in the backfield. Waiting on the snap. Takes it, backs up to pass. Got a little pressure going. Looking. He's going to try to pump out. Tries to get away from the coverage. The Tigers are converging on him. He's got to run the ball. We tackle him short of the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th down, and they'll have to punt the ball away.
Kevin Martin takes that. You got excellent defense. I just talked about Coach Alba's defense, and man, have they been on top of it tonight. He's been scrambling. There's been nobody open. Only once in a while has he had an opportunity to throw the football, and most of the time we're tracking him down. So, again, excellent job tonight on defense by the Tigers.
Greg, one thing I don't understand, and you and I are, we're armchair coaches up here in the booth and down on the field. But they have been very effective with the run, but they continue to try to get too many points back too quickly with this pass, and I just don't understand it.
Well, that's a good point you make. Just stick with your game plan. Try your motion reads earlier that you had tonight. Try some off tackles. You had some success there. If you've tried it one series and it's not working, maybe you try it again. They've got a delay of game. They'll back them up 5.
Wow, when it rains, it pours. So it'll be 4th and 10 for them at the 20-yard line, and they'll punt it from there.
But you're right. Getting back to the offensive scheme, you've had some success running the football. I mean,
had a lot of success.
Just go back to your game plan. Don't try to get the points back too quick. Just stick with your game plan. Run the football. If they've had anything, the success on the Tigers has been running the football.
High snap. He gets it. Gets his kickoff. It's much shorter than anything he's had. Tigers are going to get away from it. He's going to hit one of the kids from Lamar County, but they're going to let it roll down to the 44-yard line, and that's where we'll have it 1st and 10. 30 seconds back to the station. We lead right now 35-14 here the third quarter play on Eagle Sports.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Tigers on a first down will hand the ball off into the line, get about 4 yards on that one. And, Greg, what I really like as I watched that last play is the way that the Tigers continue to fight until the whistle is sounded. It kind of stopped us up right there, but our back continues to roll, continues to fight, and gets another couple of yards on that play.
Well, and you're using Jackson Davis in the middle of the field as well, not just outside the 10. He needs to fill the ball out in the center field as well.
Wingrove's over to the left side, a man wide to this near side. Crow calls for it. Going to fake the handoff, throws that quick stab, and Kobe Hudson's got it. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Tigers!
On a skinny post, his favorite receiver, second touchdown, actually the third touchdown tonight by Kobe Hudson. Actually the second touchdown on just a skinny post hitch and off to the races. He can't be caught. Touchdown Tigers. That'll take your Tigers up 41-14 over Lamar County.
So far in this season, Lamar County had only allowed 13 points. That's the most they had allowed all season. This is a team that had been up to the Dome 2 years ago, had beat a team that went to the Dome last year earlier in this season. Right now they're trailing 41. We put 41 points on one of the best defenses in the state. Or have been one of the defense, maybe not this year. Snap, hold, kick is up, and this time they're going to block it. So that's the first one we've had like that.
We had a different kicker in Cal Foster. Sometimes when you bring a different guy in, you got a different chemistry set, and just that's all it was. Snap was good. Just got the kickoff just a little bit low. So the Tigers stay up 41-14 with 7:32 remaining in the third quarter of play.
We still got a lot of time left. We've already had 2 scores in the third quarter. I was worried, Greg, I'm going to keep you here for just a second. I was worried, as we talked at the top of the ball game, how we haven't really answered the bell in the second quarter, haven't really answered in the third quarter, played great in the first and fourth. But tonight, I tell you what, the guys have answered the challenge in a big way, scoring a lot in the second. Three different scores in the second quarter, and already 2 scores here in this third.
Yeah, it's and just down here behind the players, exciting time on the sidelines. Everybody's kind of maintaining their composure. They're supporting each other. They're not getting overly consumed with being in a lead like this. They're just taking business. And it's what you don't get too excited, even though it conceivably the game's in hand. You just keep going about your business, running your offense, playing your defense, and having some fun.
Well, football will surprise you. And if you're not careful, things can happen really quick on you. Looking at this coverage team, let's see what they can do here. As we kick the ball off, wow, another nice big kick. Be taken at the 1, and up the field they come. Going to get a nice little surge up across the 30-yard line. And again, we don't get it into the end zone. They find a way to move the ball up. So they'll have the ball at the 31, 32-yard line, 1st and 10 for them.
Right. What you can see now on the interior line, of the defense, the coaches have already recognized they're going to get some. I really can't say younger players because we're full of sophomores already, but getting some subs in
less
early in the third minute mark. Pardon me?
Less experience, maybe.
That's a key word Coach Glisson likes to use is less experience, but a lot of fresh faces in the game on defense this series.
So here we go. There's the snap. They're going to hand the ball off in the line. Man, we bring him down quick. He doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. And a late flag on that one.
I don't know what happened. I didn't see anything from my perspective. I'm down on the field behind the coaches on the Troup sideline. What I saw is King Makuta come through the line of scrimmage and make an absolutely terrific tackle from his outside linebacker position, his offside linebacker position. So he caught up with an offside play and brought him down. But they're going to call it face mask on the Tigers. So it'll move them. They're going to count it off 15. That's one of the biggest gains against the Tigers all night. And, correct me if I'm wrong, but that may be our first penalty.
That's our first penalty of the night, Greg. And that's the first down for Lamar County in this half. So our first penalty tonight, they've had 3. And really like that kind of discipline on the part of the Tigers. Wow! They hand the ball off into the line. A fumble comes. We make a huge stop, and we get the ball. We get the fumble. The Tigers will have it 1st and 10 from the 40.
I'm going to get number Eric Williams, 25. He and King Makuta look like twins from the opposite sides. He came busting through the line, totally looked like Reuben Foster in the backfield. Knocked the ball loose from the tailback. Ball's on the ground, recovers the fumble. Tigers 1st and 10, the Lamar County 40-yard line.
It's the Tigers with their 3rd possession of the half. And they have scored in the first 2, and this is the best field position they've had as they started the possession. 6:50 left to go. Lots of time to make something happen.
This is just one of those nights.
You feel the wheels coming off for Lamar County, Greg.
Yeah, that is. And the chain crew are kind of disgruntled, saying that Lamar County has no heart. I don't know that that's the case, that the Tigers are just playing so well right now.
Montez airing it out downfield. We go up high. Come down. Incomplete pass, but a great effort back there for the Tigers.
Vicente Stafford on a little streaking route. Then he turns it into a post pattern and jumps just a tad early. I bet you if Vicente Stafford had that back, he might wait an extra step. He's kind of looking at me, listening to me. He might have tweaked a little something. He goes up a little bit. He's kind of coming over the sidelines, grabbing his back. He might have pinched his back at all, but he was wide open. The pass was there to be had. He might have jumped just a half a second early.
Again from the 40-yard line. Crow will hand the ball off to the line. We're going to try to swing it to the outside, still fighting our way. Going to get about a yard on that one. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Jackson Davis takes the ball up behind Keyshawn Cameron. Was able to try to hit it in the center. Didn't work. Bounces it outside, and they just chase him down. And now he's kind of trotting off the field, having his left wrist holding low as this. I'm sure he's got a little bruise there where a face mask or a helmet tapped his bone on his wrist, and those things are not fun. So he'll get it worked out and get back in the ball game in a minute.
Hudson split wide to this near side. Chance Hill will go the far side along with Ken Truitt, wing to this inside.
3rd down and 10.
Crow takes it, fakes the handoff, throws it, complete at the 35 to the 4. 35 down to the 30, down the sideline, going out of bounds, down at the 15-yard line are the Troup High School Tigers once again on another big play by Kobe Hudson.
It's just one of those guys when you know where the ball's going and you can't stop it. It's just one of those nights where the corner, they just can't do anything with Kobe Hudson right now. And let me just say this. Montez Crow is putting the ball where it has to be put right now. He's throwing it over his back shoulders, over his inside shoulders, whatever needs to be done. Tonight, he's on the money on most everything he's thrown.
Tigers now 1st and 10 from the 13. Crow puts a man in motion going over the right side, and Cam Russell backs up, throws across the middle, complete to 5, upended down at the 3, still on his feet. His knee didn't go down.
I tell you what, from my perspective, I'm kind of like Chance Hill. I didn't see a knee go down. Chance got up and run to the end zone. Chance is ready for a touchdown from his slot route. Did a little skinny post. One of their favorite routes they're starting to go to. Montez again right on the money. Chance Hill catches it, takes it down to the 3-yard line. The official timeout. They're They're going to talk about something.
You know, Greg, you were talking about that skinny post. For folks that have watched football for a long time, it's very similar to just the good old-fashioned tight end dump. Just right across the middle, just quickly, the quarterback's up and throws just a laser strike down the field.
Well, one good thing about it is, all right, they're bringing it in. They're the umpires talking to the captain, Montez Crow. I'd like to know what they're conferencing about. They're going to measure, it looks like, as well. He's got Montez out there for eyes to witness this first down. So that's what's happening there. But basically a tight end dump. You give a little nudge down, act like you're blocking, and you just run toward the linebacker. And a lot of times the linebacker's taking a fake on the inside, which leaves you open for what they call a tight end dump. Skinny post is where you basically got a slot receiver that's probably 10 yards away from the tight end or from the tackle, if you will, because you've got a slot back that's off the line of scrimmage. So you only have 7 men on the offensive line of scrimmage, and he'll take one step and cut it hard at a 45-degree angle, cut it behind the linebackers, actually heading to the backside of the linebackers. And if it's a one-step drop, boom, the quarterback takes it, one step, turns his hips, and fires it off. And it's a very much a timing route, and you basically got to fire a bullet because anybody can step up in the middle of there and intercept that pass. So the receivers really have to have some soft hands to catch that football.
And they have done that tonight. I think we've only had one dropped and one almost intercepted. So Montez really putting the ball in exactly the right place. High snap. He's going to throw it, and it's going to be complete into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Finally, we get Chance Hill an opportunity to catch a touchdown pass. So glad to see Chance just on a little fade route. He steps over into the end zone, turns it out to the side. Montez sidearms it. Nice throw by Tez Crow. Touchdown, Chance Hill. Tigers go up 47-14 with 5:29 left in the third quarter.
You're exactly right, Greg. That was a little sidearm throw, just kind of threading the needle to get it down in there to Chance, and real proud of him coming up with a big catch. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it's going to be low. Again, that's not Carson there. It'll fall incomplete. But that's okay. We're leading 47-14 right now with, that's 5 minutes and 29 seconds left to go in the third quarter of play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football right here on Eagle Sports.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service. It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Some might call that old school. But then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger Football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football, as the Tigers are leading big time 47-14 here in Lamar County.
I just talking to some of the offensive players. Chance Hill, congratulated him, and Montez Crow and Dre Flagg and Jackson Davis. Just telling these guys, it's just one of those nights that all comes together. So far, everything that Montez has done has been right on the money. So good job, Tigers. Good job, Tiger fans.
So there's the kickoff. Goes once more into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20, and that's where the folks from Lamar County, the Trojans, will have it first and 10. .5:29 left to go in the third quarter of play. Just the third quarter of play. 47-14 is your score. And really proud of what the Tigers are doing tonight. And they're hitting on all cylinders. Their defense is doing a tremendous job. Go ahead, Greg.
I'm sorry. Old School he's so dying to get on the radio. We're going to have to put him on the sideline report if you don't watch out. Hey, I was just going down and talking to Kobe Harris. All right, we got to see you in there. Heath Arrington looked over at me, winked his eye. He said, he's in there. So good job, Kobe Harry.
I'm going to keep it here. The little problem with our Skype, but our folks that are listening online will keep it here. But Cynthia Stafford makes the tackle as they come around the right side.
I want to say this, Jack. We're up now 33 points. Is that not correct?
Yes.
Anytime you're up 30 in the fourth quarter, clock continues to run, no questions asked. With 5 minutes left in the third quarter, the coach has the option to let it run. My guess is they're not over there asking him to let it run. But definitely in the fourth quarter, if you maintain a 30-point lead, no questions asked. The clock will run no matter what, with the exception of obviously timeouts or flags or injury.
Welcome back for those on the radio that listen to us. The Tigers continue to lead. And, wow, we're going to get across the line of scrimmage, make a huge tackle in the backfield. That's big number 25 for the Troup High School Tigers. That's Jacorius Willis making that big tackle in the backfield. They'll lost about 4 yards back.
Well, that's his second tackle in as many series. He's come in and hit him in the backfield. I don't know if Lamar County's got any subs in. I believe that's still their number ones in.
That's their number one quarterback, that's for sure. They want to keep him from getting hurt. And, Greg, he's not big as a minute, the little number one.
No, he's not, but neither was the guy at Hardaway.
That's true.
They're just so scat back quick, kind of like a lot of like Perry is, the quarterback who's probably not going to see any action this year from LaGrange, but you just got these guys just hard to maintain.
They throw a screen pass out to the far side. They'll get about 5 yards up the field to the 25, but they'll have to punt it away from there. Their punter has seen a lot of action in this contest tonight.
That's what we want to see. Now, let's see. Assuming we've not got any subs, Chance Hill should be dropping back. And I don't know, are they going for it? I don't really see the punter out on the field here, Jack.
Well, it looks like you're right, Greg. Looks like they are going to go for it, and this is a dangerous play. All right,
no,
here
they always wait late, Jack. I should have known that. they wait.
I to say that's. I don't know if I want to give the Troup offense a chance this quick.
No, I'm with you. You're down by 33 points. You don't want to give the ball over when it's on your own 21-yard line.
Waiting on it. There's the snap. Gets the kickoff. High kick. And the Tigers are going to get away from it. It's going to go out of bounds over on the far side as it crosses the 50 at the 48. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station. Tigers leading 47-14 here on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football as the Troup High School Tiger offense gets back on the field once again. Let's see, we still got our first team in. Montez Crowell standing at the quarterback position.
Well, you got Colby Harrod at right tackle.
Going around the right side of the Tigers, get a first down to the 40. Still their feet down the 30, down the sideline to the 25-yard line.
And I mentioned Colby Harry. Right behind Colby Harry off right tackle. Colby squared his guy up, and Jackson Davis went right around the block. That's the kind of offensive blocks we want to see from the offensive line.
Greg, something you've and I have talked about over the years is how Callaway, who we covered, and they've had great success for the past 5 to 7 years, how they have got the young guys in, a lot of meaningful reps in second halves when they're up by several touchdowns. This is the kind of thing that the Tigers really like and they can build on, is to get these young guys into meaningful reps in the third quarter of a game.
Well, what you don't want to do is wholesale substitute. You don't want your entire second team in. It just builds confidence when you get to play with the number ones.
Montez goes around the right side. He'll go out of bounds. And let's see, they marked us out at the 30 earlier, so he'll get down to the 28-yard line.
He'll pick up about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Tigers. But yeah, we've got Colby Harris in at right tackle. You still got Ethan Short. You still got Seth Adams in. Still got Keyshawn Cameron. Basically, all your number ones, except you've gotten Colby Harry coming at right tackle. He's going to give Brandon Barrington a spell because Brandon kind of needs to give his knees some rest. We're up 33 points. Why not give Colby some playing time? Because Colby's really looking for that starting position right now.
Takes a snap. Toss sweep going around the left side. Jackson makes somebody miss. He continues to fight his way down to the 20-yard line. That's close to a horse collar there, but they're not going to call it. He'll be short of the first down. He's got to get across the 20, so that brings up 3rd down and 1.
3rd and 1, you're right, Jack. From our vantage points, it looked like they kind of came up and almost grabbed his ear hole and brought him down. But to no flag because that was across the field, so obviously clean tackle. So from the 21-yard line, it'll be 3rd and 1 for the Tigers.
Tigers have spent a lot of time in the red zone of Lamar County tonight. Here come the Tigers. Montez hands the ball off again to Jackson. Jackson gets the first down and more across the 20 to about the 18-yard line.
They're going to mark his forward progress to just short of the 18-yard line. That'll move the change, however, as the Tigers yet another first down here in the third quarter.
Greg, just a quick tally as I look. We scored on the first possession, scored on the second possession, scored on the third possession. We've got 4 first downs. Excuse me, 6 first downs in this third quarter alone.
You fans that are listening out there, the Troup High Touchdown Club's trying to sell these advertisements for every first down you get for the first half and second half of the year. It only costs you $600 to get your name on the PA system. So what an opportunity there. Think about that. Be a money well spent.
High snap, going to pump out of the hands of Montez. He's going to pick it up, though, and roll to his right. They're going to get him down. But good hustle to get the ball back. So it'll be a fourth down and out of the field goal range, I would think, Greg.
Well, out of consolation, that was a first down play.
That's right. I'm sorry. I was thinking with the fourth down. We got the first down.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, you hate to see that thing happen. We talked earlier to Seth Adams about getting those snaps down, and I know he feels bad about it. He's going to work on that for sure this week. And that's unusual. We haven't seen Seth snap the ball high like that as much as he has tonight. But so far, we put up 47 points, but 22 seconds left to go in the third quarter. But, yeah, it'll be second down and looks like about 30, but that'll be okay.
New quarterback in this time. We hand the ball off into the line. He's going to hit us and bring us back. That's number 23 for the Tigers coming in at the Luke Purnell coming in and running at the quarterback position.
I think what you're seeing is I see a lot of clean white uniforms in for Barnesville of Lamar County. And Coach G is starting to
matching them up.
Get a little bit more offensive subs in as well.
All right, we're going to the fourth quarter of play. Troup High School is leading this one in a big way, 47-14 right here on Eagle Sports.
Have you gotten your flu shot? Now is the time. Holmes Pharmacy is the place to get your flu shot. And if you have insurance, it could be free. So don't wait. Drive right up to Holmes Pharmacy and get your flu shot today at Commerce Avenue in LaGrange or in Hamilton. And if your doctor feels you need a high-dose flu shot, Holmes Pharmacy has you covered.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Introducing the most valuable provider, your nationally ranked WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Ranked a top 100 large community hospital by Troup Health Analytics. Named a top 100 great community hospital by Becker's Hospital Review. Rated top 100 in medical excellence and patient safety by CareChecks. WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Award-winning healthcare right here in LaGrange. To learn more, visit wellstar.org/WGMC. We believe in life well lived.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back. Here come the Troup High School Tigers as they're waiting on the chains to make them down. Greg, you didn't tell the chains to change sides? Of course, he's not paying me any attention right now. Chains finally make their way down there. The Tigers have quite a ways to go to get a first down. Actually, we've got to get all the way down inside the 10 to get actually right on the 10 to get a first down. But the ball right now resting on the 40-yard line. So here we go. High snap. Quarterback's going to roll to his right. Get hit hard, go out of bounds back at the 48-yard line, lose a bit more yardage back there. And the Tigers punting team will have to come back out onto the field. 47-14 is your score. 11:43 left to go in this contest. Clock more than likely will run and run and run. Greg, did I lose you over there? He's talking on the cell phone maybe. He's hitting his mic. Trying to figure out what's wrong with it. He's gesturing at me, so that's a good thing. Lets me know that he at least is still moving down there. Maybe he'll check his batteries and we'll be able to get him back on the air in just a minute. I got you up, Greg, just as soon as you can try to talk. Go ahead. Here come the Tigers. They're looking to punt the ball away. Carson Rafer will stand back on the 40. A little bit high on the snap. He gets it, gets the kickoff. Nice high kick, angled to the sideline. They're going to catch it at the 15 and up the field to the 20, 25, 30. We almost get him there at the 30. He's going to cut across the middle of the field, hurdle a man at the 40, a bit of excitement for them, and he'll get the ball down at the 44-yard line. Greg's still struggling a little bit with his mic down there. He's burping it. I think he's popping it on the back like flips it up there. Colvin, he did flip it up in the air. Not even hearing the pops this time like we usually do. Greg, maybe just try resetting the batteries, maybe take them out, put them back in. Maybe something like that might work. Because we know how much the batteries will adjust on us sometimes. Make sure we got power to our receiver. Yeah, we do. So the fun technical issues, but the bottom line of it all is that the Tigers continue to lead in this contest 47-14 with more Troup fans than there are Lamar County fans right now. We hand the ball off to them, and we dive across the line, make a big tackle, number 24 over the Troup High School Tigers. There to make the tackle, that's King Makuta. King, just a sophomore, but he is an awesome player. He's done a tremendous job all season long. Lamar County looking to the sideline to get their call. Again, becoming a little bit more methodical in the way they're doing things, and the Tigers substituting a few guys in there. Heard a little something popping, Greg. I don't know if you got something almost going there. There he is. Hey, Greg. They're going to throw a quick out.
Yeah, we'll work on it.
40, to the 45, down the field. He breaks through, and they may score here to the 20, 10, 5. Touchdown for Lamar County here in the fourth quarter play with 9:11 left to go. So 47-20 is your score. They'll stop the clock as they move down, and just a little swing pass out to this near side, Greg, and they're able to capitalize on a few younger guys out on the field.
Well, when you get this time of the ball game, you were up 47 to 14, up 33 points. You want to get your number twos in and let them get some reps in, and Lamar County is just needing some points and kind of make it a little bit more respectful. What you get into a lopsided ball game like we have tonight.
Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. 9:11 left to go. 47-21 is your score here from Lamar County. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Hi, friends. Just like to hear with Kia of LaGrange. Our game plan is set, and our 16 model Kia's got to go to make room for the 17 models that are arriving daily. This means extra savings for you for all our 16 models. Right now, you can take home a 16 Kia Optima LX for as low as $19,900. With prices like this, they won't last long. Hurry to 1217 Lafayette Parkway and let our Star Savings team help you get in the Kia of your dreams. Check us out online at KiaofLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Price plus tax, tag, and title. Stock number 19112.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. The Tigers set to receive the ball from the Trojans of Lamar County. They'll kick it off from the 40-yard line.
Jack, I'm down here on the sidelines trying to get some of these players' names, like Luke Pinnell, the backup quarterback behind Montez, and see what he's been in there now. I want to get his name on the radio. Some of these numbers we haven't seen all year, and so it's kind of new to us.
Timeout call on the field as they'll roll some guys over to check on a few things. With that timeout, let's take 30 seconds back to the station so we can continue to catch up as well. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
All right, I'm going to reset again. Ball again rests on the 40-yard line, closer to this near hash over on the left side. Their kicker will line it up and look to put it back deep against our Troup High School Tigers. He steps up. Onside kick. Pops up. Tigers get down on it at the 45-yard line. great job by the Tigers to see that one coming, Greg. So the Tigers with, again, great field position from the 45.
He's working off last year's number list. He had number 25, Cameron Russell. Actually, it was 2 years ago.
Well, whatever he's got. I think I may have given him that list. That might be good.
Man, Jack, I can't believe he did that. So we got basically the entire unit coming in now are all second string offense, offensive line, quarterback, tailback, wideouts, everybody. So the clock will continue to run.
There's the snap. Hand off to the left side for the Tigers. Oh, look at this. As we get a first down across the 40-yard line as the Tigers do a great job blocking to the outside. And let me see, that was 29 for the Tigers. And tonight that number goes to Tyreek Carlisle, a sophomore.
Tyreek Carlisle, good job. Nice blocking on the offensive line there. Is it able to move him down for a first down, hit it off the left side, cut it upfield? That's what you want to see. As far as I know, they still have the number ones in for Lamar County as well.
Here come the Tigers once again. Waiting for the snap. There's the snap. Hand off to the left side. We cut it back inside. Still on our feet as we fight to get 4, maybe 5 out of that one. We'll call it 2nd and 6.
I hear Mama yelling from the stands. You give me his name, I'll tell you who his mama is, but she is go,
36.
That's good.
For the Tigers, that's going to be someone who is not on my roster.
I'll get you his name.
I bet you will. Yes, especially some of these younger guys, their numbers kind of switch before the varsity games sometimes. They've got one number on the JV and one number on the varsity.
Yeah, Trey Williams, his mama's yelling from the stands, go, Trey, go! It's good to see some of these kids getting a chance to play.
Here come the Tigers again. And we're going to jump off sides.
Jack, can you believe some of these number ones in here wanting me to give them a shout-out all night? I said, hey, I call their names all the time.
Well, you can tell things are getting a little bit more relaxed over there on the sidelines as they're wanting to come over to you and get you involved in the ball game like that.
I like Khalif Thornton. He's a good kid. He always wanted to get on the radio. I'm going to put him on here one night.
Tell you what, we might have he needs to come to Saturday morning quarterback tomorrow.
Freight Train wants a shout-out, so he said, Mom, I'll be home in a little bit.
Hear that train coming.
You look like a big snack, Keyshawn.
The handoff to the left side. They're going to swarm on us, get us down to about the 50. It's going to lose yardage back to there, bring up 3rd down and about 20.
You know, it's fun. This doesn't happen that much, and I know it may irritate some of the radio listeners, but, you know, you got a bunch of kids on the sidelines that experienced a 1-9 season last year, and they're starting to learn how to win, and these kind of games don't happen that much, and it's kind of neat to walk around behind them, and you just see it's like they could play another football game. They're
fired up.
Yeah, they're just all fired up. They're just having a lot of fun right now.
Think about these meaningful reps that this team is getting right here, too. 3rd and 20. Hand the ball off into the line. They hit us pretty hard. We're going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Brings up 4th down, and we'll have to punt it away.
Well, that's funny that you say that because I was about to mention that is that all these guys on the sidelines, they really like the fact that these youngsters are getting out and getting a chance to play. I say youngsters. And we really talked about earlier, we can't even call them young guys because we got young guys on the starting side.
Yeah.
We just call them inexperienced guys.
Clock stops at 5:49 left to go. 47-21 is your score here in the 4th quarter play. We're in the closing moments of this contest, and Coach Gliss and his team will have tripled the number of wins from last year, Greg.
That's true, and out of the our record should go in the first 5 ball games this year. We'll go 4-1. Let's see, we've lost to Hardaway. We've beat Kendrick. We've beat Bowden. We've beat now Lamar County. Help me out, I'm getting old.
Oh, of course, it ended up with Whitewater, last year.
That's right.
So 4 out of the last 5 ball games, we won. Coach, is Coach Weitzer kind of happy over there to your left side?
Coach Weiss is all business, right? He's got that look on his face. That's what he says. It's all business.
No frills, all business. Gotta like it.
He's like an old coach now. Well, he is an old coach. It's never over.
He's waiting for that clock to buzz before he's going to say it's over.
I totally get it.
There's the kick. We get it off. High kick bounces at the 20. It goes right out of bounds. Did you catch that, Greg?
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Man, look at those skills.
That's left-handed, too.
That's awesome.
He's got a good point. One of the last things to see the clocks continue to run, one of the last things that you don't want to do. I realize you want to give these young guys a chance to get some meaningful snaps. But what you don't want to do is let this thing sneak back up on you.
Yep.
You know, right now we're up 27 points, or 26 points. That's really 3 plus touchdowns. So with 5 minutes and the clock running, it's kind of hard to think that it'll get away from you. But, you know, the old ball coaches, they like to take it serious all the way down to the end. And I appreciate it. That's why I kind of stay out of the coaches' way, because they're still serious about it. But like you're right, even old Schweitz are still serious about it.
Here comes Lamar County. They're going to pass the ball. Got a good rush on him. He's going to throw the ball, jump throw. And we're going to almost intercept it. Oh, my goodness, how close was that?
J. Brody Messer came running through on the backside defensive line and was putting tremendous pressure on him. So he was just that really caused a rush throw. It was a great throw. Number 47, the cornerback, was back there and able to break it up. So good job. We'll get his number, Jack, if you've got it on the roster.
Dwight Gates was the one right there on the play.
Good job, Dwight Gates.
Tremendous plays. He just about came down with it. Clock continues to tick in this contest. 4:15 left to go. 47-21 is our score right now. Lamar County looking to the sideline to get a play. You know, Greg, we'll talk about this at the end of the game in our post-game show, but really proud of the way that we have run that hurry-up, quick offense the whole ball game. They're going to throw a screen out to the far side, and they're going to scramble up and down the field to get to the ball to the 40, and now open field to the 50. It's a foot race to the 45-30. We're going to bring him down right at the 30-yard line. A flag goes down, and not sure what that flag was for. No, actually, that was a flag. There was some kids playing on the sidelines. It looked like a flag for a second.
Well, actually, there's a couple of Troup ball boys down here. One of them's got a white and gold hat on, and they throw it down on the field, and it'll give you the impression it's a flag for sure.
Well, it went up high, and it sure looked like that's what it was.
So they've got a timeout on the field taken. I don't know. Looks like the Tigers took that timeout with 2 timeouts left. With 3 minutes and 31 seconds left in this ball game, your Tigers still up 47-21 over here in Barnesville, Georgia.
Let's take another timeout back to the station. 30 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back. They go back up to pass, and the quarterback's going to have to scramble out to the left side. He'll be brought down at the 20. They'll give him a first down, though. As we are, as Greg mentioned, in Barnesville, Georgia, here in Lamar County. And I must say, though, Greg, this has been a great hosting stadium. They've been very, very nice to us, and I've been real proud to be here. And they're having to move the chains because it is a first down. Tigers rolling some guys on and off the field. The band up here in the Lamar County side got the drums going, trying to lift the spirits of their team as they're trailing big time in this ball game. They back up to pass, got some pressure on him. He steps up the pocket. He's at the 20, going down at the 15 to the 14-yard line.
I knew my battery was low.
On your microphone or just you in general?
No, my mic. Oh, yeah, both. It's flashing low. I got to be careful if I want to try to get some Glisson Mission comments.
You know, the social media stuff that Chip Metters and Coach Glisson have done has been really fun to watch, and got a lot of people involved in what's going on at Troup High School. They throw a quick out down to the 5, going out of bounds down at the 3-yard line. We keep them out of the end zone. Clock continues to tick down to 2 minutes left to go. I guess I could give Thomas some batteries. He could run them down to you, but we'll let you stay down there. Clock continues to tick. 1:51 left to go. 47-21 is your score. They're trying to put the ball in. High snap. They hand the ball off to the tailback going around the right side. Wow, we stuff him right at the 1 yard line. So 2nd and goal from the 1. Greg will try to catch up with Coach Glisson in the post game. Don't forget to go out to the Kia Studios tomorrow morning. Greg will be out there with Coach Glisson with the Saturday morning quarterback. We also have the folks from Lafayette Christian join us. Also Callaway. They played earlier this week. They played yesterday. Came away with a big win against against Columbus. Harris County got the big win against Shaw. They're going to go into the end zone. They'll put one more touchdown on the board with 1:16 left to go.
Yeah, trying to manipulate these batters a little bit where I'll have some life left to try to get some comments from Coach G after the game.
Not a problem. We've got about 1:16 left to go. Untimed down now as they attempt the point after touchdown. They've got a good kicker. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. 30 seconds back to the station. 47-28 is your score. Live here from Lamar County on Eagle Sports.
Russ Brown, owner of LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental, has all the tools and equipment handymen and contractors need in our area. And if you're planning a wedding, party, tailgate, reunion, or corporate event, LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental has you covered. Like them on Facebook and see all the particulars they offer. Plus, they're open Monday through Saturday. LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental, Greenville Street, LaGrange, next to CVS Pharmacy. Phone 706-882-8665. That's 706-882-8665. LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Tigers lining up looking for the onside kick, which is more than likely to come. Right now, looking at some scores of local interest, we've got Cartersville leading Westlake 24-0. Cedartown trailing Pepperell 16-14. Chapel Hill still on top of Stars Mill, but that's a second quarter score, so we haven't got anything else from them. East Coweta in a final over LaGrange 42-0 is the onside kick there. The kicker trailed his ball down the field. I don't know that it went the full 10 yards, Greg. We'll see what they mark here. It's got to go to the full 10 down the field. That means he's got to get across the 50.
I don't think Coach Glisson. It's Troup Tiger football.
Yep.
And the clock is still running, so we may get one play off, guys.
Well, Greg, I was just mentioning East Coweta. Coach Steve Pardue of East Coweta coming back to his home field of LaGrange, winning that one 42-0. Lamar County, of course, trailing the Troup High School Tigers 47-28. Sandy Creek, wow, with a lot of points on the board against Morrow, 48-0. We'll let you hear some of the highlights on the second half. Our 5th and 6th touchdowns in this ball game that took place in the third quarter. We're going to hand the ball off around the left side.
That'll be the last play of the game.
More than likely at 19 seconds. So a big win for Coach Tanner Glisson and his staff, Greg, and we'll let the clock wind down and let the celebration begin.
They're trying to get him wet again tonight. They've been able to do that on each victory.
Well, he deserves it, Greg. He really does. And these kids are buying in to what we call the Glisson mission. They are really see that these coaches care about them. They're tough on them, but young men are forged in fire. And the fire was last year, and we're now starting to come on the other side of that. We'll take a break. Let's do 4 spots back to the station. 4 different spots back to the station. When we come back, we'll wrap this ball game up, hopefully get a chance to talk with Coach Glisson and wrap things up from Lamar County as you're listening to Troup High School Tiger football as they've won this ball game 47-28 right here on Eagle Sports.
Introducing the most valuable provider, your nationally ranked WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Ranked a top 100 large community hospital by Troup Health Analytics. Named the top 100 great community hospital by Becker's Hospital Review. Rated top 100 in medical excellence and patient safety by CareChecks. WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Award-winning healthcare right here in LaGrange. To learn more, visit wellstar.org/WGMC. We believe in life well lived.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9, or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
Hi, friends. Just like to hear with Kia of LaGrange. Our game plan is set, and our 16-model Kia's got to go to make room for the 17 models that are arriving daily. This means extra savings for you for all our 16 models. Right now, you can take home a 16 Kia Optima LX for as low as $19,900. With prices like this, they won't last long. Hurry to 1217 Lafayette Parkway and let our Star Savings team help you get in the Kia of your dreams. Check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Price plus tax, tag, and title. Stock number 19112. Have you gotten your flu shot? Now is the time. Holmes Pharmacy is the place to get your flu shot. And if you have insurance, it could be free. So don't wait. Drive right up to Holmes Pharmacy and get your flu shot today at Commerce Avenue in LaGrange or in Hamilton. And if your doctor feels you need a high-dose flu shot, Holmes Pharmacy has you covered.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Russ Brown, owner of LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental, has all the tools and equipment handymen and contractors need in our area. And if you're planning a wedding, party, tailgate, reunion, or corporate event, LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental has you covered. Like them on Facebook and see all the particulars they offer. Plus, they're open Monday through Saturday. LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental, Greenville Street, LaGrange, next to CVS Pharmacy. Phone 706-882-8665. That's 706-882-8665. LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 1240 AM LaGrange, and W245AW 96.9 FM LaGrange. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks. Greg's down the field, and Greg, I know there's a bunch of excited guys.
Well, there you go. We got my ears back on. Let me see if I can get a hold of Coach G real quick. Carson Dempsey, heck of a dadgum football game, Coach.
Absolutely. We love it. Go Tigers.
There you go. Can't get much more out of him. We'll wait the rest of the season. We'll pull it out of him. Let's see if we can get a few I'll tell you what, we had a great defensive stand tonight, too. Uh-oh. You didn't get hurt, did you, Coach?
Yeah, I think I got an elbow to the face one time.
We're going to have to start putting a helmet on you after these victories, baby.
But that's all right. It never gets old. 3-1 right here at the break. Just proud of the guys. And, we could be sitting here at 4-0,
Right.
And but we'll take 3-1. And we'll get an off week before we start the first region game. And I'm just real happy for our guys. That was about as good as I've seen us execute since I've been here. And, hats off to these coaches, Kelby Holt and Mike Alba on defense. Our special teams was tremendous tonight, tremendous. And we missed a couple kicks. PATs late. We tried to run some younger guys in there. Right. And that stuff happens when you try to play a lot of young kids. But can't be more proud of these guys. That's a big win.
I tell you what, a lot of fan support tonight. We talked about it coming back in the second half. Scored late really the final play of the second quarter. Scored on your first series on in the third quarter. This is one of those nights, Coach. It just all went. It looked good. Yeah, we can find some things we need to improve on, but it's a great time to come at a break. You got 2 weeks to prepare for homecoming and region competition.
Yeah, that's right. And God smiled on the Tigers tonight. I think God's a Tiger fan, and we give him all the glory. And we try to do things the right way. We try not to cut any corners. And this is a big feather in our cap tonight. And kids are starting to believe we're getting a lot of momentum, and we just really feel good about where we are right now.
That's good. Hey, congratulations. You guys join us tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock at Kia Showroom there on Lafayette Parkway. We'll be live. You guys come out, talk with Coach Glisson, eat some Chick-fil-A biscuits with us, ask them some questions. And then 10 o'clock we'll be on the TV show. I don't know what cable channel it is. You guys know. Come on out in the morning and visit with us at Kia. Any last thoughts, Coach?
I'm just going to go celebrate with these guys in the locker room. Just mighty happy for them. And I think they love each other, and that's the big thing. They love each other. Coaches love them. They love the coaches, and it's really good feeling in that locker room right now.
That's part of the ingredients, Coach. Congratulations. All right, Jack, back up to you, buddy.
Thank you so much, Greg. Down there, Coach Glisson. Let's take another break. When we come back, we'll give you some highlights, and we'll get ready to close things up here from Lamar County as we get ready for a 2-week break, as Greg and I will have a chance to not talk for a little bit, which is really weird for both of us. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football right here on Eagle Sports.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Calling all area coaches. Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales today at 706-884-5592. Call Coach Jeter or Greg Hicks. Calling all area coaches. Mud Creek Team Sales with all your sporting goods. Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Russell. Mud Creek Team Sales, a proud sponsor of today's game.
Hi, friends. Just like to hear with Kia of LaGrange. Our game plan is set, and our 16-model Kia's got to go to make room for the 17 models that are arriving daily. This means extra savings for you for all our 16 models. Right now, you can take home a 16 Kia Optima LX for as low as $19,900. With prices like this, they won't last long. Hurry to 1217 Lafayette Parkway and let our Star Savings team help you get in the Kia of your dreams. Check us out online at KiaofLaGrange.com to help support your local economy.
Price plus tax, tag, and title. Stock number 19112.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
So a big win and a great night for the Troup High School Tigers. Before we go back down to Greg one more time, let me let you listen to the two touchdowns we had in the second half. We began in the third quarter. We got the ball first, and we brought it all the way down for a big score. Ball rests on the 15-yard line. Crow takes the snap. A little bit low this time. Rides his tailback in. Who finds the same to the 10. 5. Touchdown, Tigers.
Excellent job. Cameron Russell takes it off left tackle, turns the corner into the end zone for touchdown. Good job by the Troup offensive line and Coach Holt, and a great offensive series play calls that time.
The challenge that we placed to the Tigers as we started this contest was that they needed to play 4 full quarters. They played an awesome first quarter, awesome second, and the third would be even more awesome as they scored a second touchdown in the middle of the third quarter. Wing goes over to the left side, a man wide to this near side. Crow calls for it. I'll fake the handoff, throws that quick stab, and Kobe Hudson's got it. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Tigers!
On a skinny post, his favorite receiver. Second touchdown, actually the third touchdown tonight by Colby Hudson. Actually the second touchdown on just a skinny post hit and out to the races. He can't be caught. Touchdown Tigers. That'll take your Tigers up 41-14 over Lamar County. Tremendous job by Montez Crow. Coach Holt, Greg, as we try to bring you back in, really can't say enough about what a great job of putting together that offensive scheme tonight was.
No, you're right. Good offensive game planning tonight, good mixture of running and passing. It turned out to be a little bit more passing in the game than we had originally thought. Yep. But good job, good combination of mixing it up inside. What I like to refer to as the skinny post route. We had a couple of go routes, inside sweeps. So really good at keeping them off balance tonight.
Well, I think you're exactly right, Greg. I think that they did a great job. And let's go to the defensive side, too. Of course, they had a couple of late scores against some of our second and third string guys. But the defense stopping the run that was pretty effective in the first quarter. In the second quarter, surprised Lamar County never really went back to it. They tried to air the ball out, try to get their points back quick instead of being steady, sticking with their game plan. And that's something that I've been so impressed with by the coaching staff of Troup High School. They've had a game plan, they've focused on it, and they've executed it to near perfection in this ballgame. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll close things out when we come back. Right now, you're listening to the Troup High School Tigers. They have won tonight by a score of 47-28, live from Lamar County here on Eagle Sports.
Hi, friends. Just like to hear with Kia of LaGrange. Our game plan is set, and our 16-model Kia's got to go to make room for the 17 models that are arriving daily. This means extra savings for you for all our 16 models. Right now, you can take home a 16 Kia Optima LX for as low as $19,900. With prices like this, they won't last long. Hurry to 1217 Lafayette Parkway and let our Star Savings team help you get in the Kia of your dreams. Check us out online at KiaofLaGrange.com to help support your local economy.
Price plus tax, tag, and title. Stock number 19112.
Calling all area coaches. calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales today at 706-884-5592. Call Coach Jeter or Greg Hicks. Calling all area coaches. Mud Creek Team Sales with all your sporting goods. Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Russell. Mud Creek Team Sales, a proud sponsor of today's game.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Jack Bowman, Greg Hicks, live here from Lamar County, getting ready to close things out as we come away with a big win tonight, 47-28 over Lamar County. And this is a quality team, Greg. This isn't some pushover that we've come up to take on, and they've had quality wins over the years. They were 2-0 in the season. We gave them their first loss of the season. Tigers go up 3-1 as we hit the break, and what a great time to hit the break getting ready for the region schedule.
Well, it's funny you say that. You know, Coach Glisson just talking on the sidelines that, you know, they're starting to get some confidence and to believe that they can win ball games and win consistently and move the ball consistently. And, you know, and I said, you know, that's all part of the recipe, Coach. You're right. And, of course, we got folks, as we do each week, you know, texting us and Facebooking us and tell us things. And my daughter, listening up in Atlanta, says, dang, 3 wins in a row has to be boosting their confidence. So people are, you know, they're starting to recognize that, and the players especially are starting to recognize that. And you know, it's just good chemistry. Coaches are coming together, like Coach G said. You know, they love the players love the coaches. It's just you just see it when a team's turning things around. You feel it, you see it, and it's exciting to be part of. Last year was absolutely nothing to be excited about, other than if you were somebody who really believed and you should see some things happening foundationally. Other than that, if you were just an average fan, you didn't like a 1-9 season. But no. The fruits of that labor last year that Coach Glisson started, and now that he's had them a year, you're starting to see some of that come around, and it's nice to see. And even Thomas was asking questions coming over, and Thomas is big musician and our
producer here in the booth.
Our producer, and just we getting to know the young man, and Jack's teaching him a little bit about football, and no, it's really fun. He says, you know, that's great. These guys are doing a lot better. It's kind of an exciting game to watch. He mentioned the Bowden game because he wasn't able to be with us, and you know, it's good that people who are just your average fan are starting to recognize that things looks like they're turning around, and that's a good thing.
Well, Greg, you and I will have actually a week off. We will not be on the air next week. I text Coleman during the week. I said, do we have to do anything? Can we actually not do anything? He said, I guess y'all can not do it. I said, yeah! So,
yeah,
we'll actually get to know our families for a little bit next weekend. We'll enjoy that time. Coach will enjoy that time with his players. They'll actually take some time to heal up. You know, we got a few nagging things, some shoulders, some knees, that happen over the course of a season. And then we'll be back with you as we get the region schedule started. But don't forget, though, tomorrow morning, Saturday Morning Quarterback, live from the Kia showroom. Greg will be there with Coach Glisson, and go out there and see him. Not only can you find a great car, but it's great conversation. The folks from Lafayette Christian are there. Coach will be there. Nate Shaw will be out there with Coleman Vice, and they'll be talking about that. Then join me on Monday evening from Mayor Soul. I'll be there live with Coach Matt Mummy with the LaGrange College Panther program. They've got a big game tomorrow afternoon. I'll be broadcasting that with one of our sister stations. Then we'll have Coach Mummy coming in. They're 1-0 on the season, having beaten Birmingham Southern. Mm-hmm. And then I'll also have Coach Diallo Burks. They took it on the chin tonight against East Callaway to 48-0. Coach Steve Pardue coming back into Callaway Stadium. But I'll be talking at 7:30 with Coach Burks, and it'll be a good night from Mayor Soul. We invite you to come out and join us, have dinner, and just a lot of fun as we get a lot of discussion of high school football and college football. Just a lot of great conversation. We'll invite you to join us tomorrow morning again for the Saturday Morning Quarterback, and then Monday night from Mayor Soul for both the Coach Matt Mummy Air Raid Football Show and the Granger Gridiron Show. Our thanks again to Derek back at the station. Our thanks to Thomas here in the booth. For Greg, I'm Jack, and we'll see you in 2 weeks on the radio.
Thanks for listening to Troup Talk.